Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice.
You said it.
So,
I hope that's on the recording too.
welcome,
I hope
everybody,
so.
as we
I
are
hope
not talking about anything whatsoever that
Cole's
is...
new favorite game.
Yeah.
Don't technically I bought him.
He's so far. He's so far down in this hole with his shovel that we can't see him anymore.
There's no hole. You guys
So-
have just lied to yourselves.
Without further...
If you make it big enough that we're not standing in the hole, we're just standing in like
There's no hole. I don't know what you guys are talking
Jump
about.
the canyon if you
There's at
Yeah.
least 2 holes. Let's be real.
or
Alright,
a valley.
okay.
I
So-
climbed out of that hole.
Well, before we talk
man.
about getting into any more holes, wait. No, not the fact that if you was already in that hole speaks volumes. But anyways, where you guys all last left off. So,
bad.
you all, after beating Hansu, and
Beat 'em all.
sustaining a couple of casualties, found out that 4 major cities, Zeetham, Baymont, Drawridge, and Crisport, was under siege by some entity. And the way people talked about it when you got back to Zillice's guild hall and kind of got informed about some of the things that was happening there, they brought it up and made it sound like they fell pretty rapidly. And plus, those 4 cities also happen to have no dragons protecting them whatsoever. So, you guys, well, saddled up, took flight, telling Lucy to stay with Rhea and the voice as Elise, Prime, Garbu, Nicole, and X traveled by Eagle to Crisport, trying to save Elise's father. As you guys got closer and closer, you started to see the massive swarm of these flying creatures, which, from a distance, they, at least even you, was thinking it looked like birds. That kind of looked maybe familiar from something that you saw a long time ago, when you came into Crisport, protecting a bird. But then on closer inspections, it was these more humanoid creatures. They didn't really have feathers. The only hair was on their head, and the rest was just all skin. Even the wings were more skin as they flew around. You guys getting a small brush tangled with them as you're trying to fly into the overflow water for Crisport that dumps out into the sea. You guys managed to get everybody in there, and it's also when you found out that Lucy had in fact tagged along. Sealed up that little hole and was pretty much told to wait. Elise was going to try to do this stealthily to see if she can go find her father. With a long and gory and just kind of depressing scene as Elise, as a spider, coming out of the sewers and just seeing the streets that was once clean, pearly, if you will. A lot of the people who would be there walking, chatting, selling, what Crisport was, just a place of learning and a high sense of shipments to trade, to sell, was just paid with blood and destruction. And
Too bad about
and seeing all of this, you realize just how bad Crisport was just destroyed in a sense. Getting into the guild hall, into an office, not a particular office, just a office, trying to at least get in. You were immediately kind of followed by a couple of other really small spiders. And once you got into the hallway, as they continued to follow you, that's when this voice started to speak up and talk to you. And soon you got the understanding that whoever is speaking is sounding like they are in control of this entire situation. They asked and was willing to make a couple of deals with you. You helped them persuade your father, at least, that you are indeed there and could easily succumb to whatever they deemed or wished if he doesn't, tell them what they were wanting to know. With a rocky at first, but with a coming in clutch of understanding certain phrases, it sounded like it was a success. The information that they was going to get from your father and the release of your father to you was at hand. And then they brought up Lucy, saying how interesting she was. And the fact that they'll be willing to make one more trade if you want. You added a couple of stipulations. At least escort out, if you will, which was agreed upon. You guys and your friends was able to leave Crisport. Got a somewhat understanding about Garwoo's parents. Got your sister. And I can't quite remember if there's anything else. For Lucy,
get her corpse back.
well, yeah, before that. But yeah, for Lucy,
She also gave us $1 million gold.
yeah, no.
Sure.
It was worth a try.
It wasn't 2 million, it was 2 million.
That's why.
1 billion.
You did speak about trying to maybe retrieve her body, and they said that what they could try to do is a ritual that has long been forgotten, but would at least allow them to get what they want, and when they're done, that you may take the body for yourself. With an agreed upon deal, at least you waited just in the hallway as you were surrounded by these creatures. Some of them, these monstrous looking creatures that you've never seen before, but just looking at them and hearing just a little bit coming out of the mouths could send shivers down your spine. But what was also disappointing was some of the other creatures were the students. Slightly changed a little, but students of the school, of the guild. Clearly some, who knows how many more, would have rather turned sides than to have faced a perish death. The creatures in the sewers came up, crawling everywhere, hundreds, if not more, surrounded the rest of you, but with a message from Elise to not move, do not do anything. You guys stood there. Some watched, some didn't, but the hearing you couldn't cancel out as they picked up Lucy, and hearing her cries, her pleas and begs for you guys to save her, to why are you doing this, anything and everything, as it echoes and slowly gets quieter and quieter. After some time, you guys were told by Elise you can come out. As you guys were standing in front of Elise, her father, and her sister, got on a couple of eagles and took south. And where you guys, and where we'd be picking back up is, it's been a very quiet trip. You guys are setting up camp, but not a lot of people are talking. Some people are sticking their distance, just kind of sitting on the slight outskirt of the fire that's being built. Please, go ahead.
gonna talk about that?
What?
What was the point of even having her with us if you're just gonna give her up? Like, like a used. You know what? I'll say it. Like a used whore. You you were insistent to me. Do not let her get harmed. Do not let anything happen to her. And then we just throw her at some fleshy winged fuckers that probably are gonna haunt my nightmares for for the rest of my life. And we're just supposed to ignore that because what you got your family back, but you probably doomed everyone else because you said that this girl had the spirit of a dragon inside of her, and you just gave it to the things that just took over 4 cities in what? A day? Half a day? Is that just are we just gonna overlook that?
There's no overlooking. There's just a price to be paid.
Price?
I
That
mean,
was
in the long
4
run,
cities.
yeah,
What
and in
long
the long
run?
run we can get, in the long run we can get her
What?
back. It's like they do
How?
can't see
How are
that
we
you
supposed
can
to? You just
like
made an enemy stronger. How are we supposed to? You understand that you said yourself you nearly died trying to fight a small girl that had that. Just imagine whatever that thing and whatever those things are going to be when they have that inside of whatever they are. I don't know what the hell they are. A hive of those things with the spirit of a dragon. They took over 4 cities in half a day.
I mean, that's what's called the element of surprise.
Julie kind of walks over. Why is everybody yelling?
Oh, because they're upset that they don't understand.
What do I not understand?
What is it?
You mean what is what?
Go on, tell her.
What? You just explained it, that she wasn't listening. I mean, I can explain it again.
She walked up. She wasn't like standing around.
I mean, it did, like, about fucking Nicole was shouting. I mean, like, if anyone didn't hear it, I don't know.
Who you? Who is this in reference to?
Oh, that little girl that was very trustworthy of Elise. Trusted her with everything. Her own well-being in life. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I think you also fail to understand that sometimes there is no way out. Like, you'd like it to be another way, but there's no other way. What, should I just let them kill all of you and take her anyway?
You act like we couldn't escape by ourselves. I feel like we could have escaped.
I look at Garbu. It's like, I'm quite sure that the only
Arby's
person who
just
could rem-
sitting down staring at the ground.
Yeah, it's like the only person who could remove that wall was me.
What would have
Elise.
happened if you just went by yourself? You probably would have been dead. Or they would have showed up, took her anyway, and then
No, because if I would have gone by myself, then I would have had to make a trade for only my father, and then I probably wouldn't have known my sister was there to begin with, and who knows what happens after.
all we've done is sacrifice people.
Yeah, but that's what you get when you make big punches. You get hit in the face.
What big punches? We let them
Yeah,
take Clarence and
the
his
dragon.
siblings.
I mean, he chose to do that. I mean, he chose to do that. He didn't. We didn't give up anything. He chose to do that.
You gave up him, and you gave up whatever you said happened to Luro. You said whatever happened to him, that's fine. Are you telling me that was? Oh, why don't you tell him?
I've never said it.
Tell him?
I've never said it to anyone.
Why don't you tell him what happened? You
No,
didn't
I'm not
tell
gonna
me.
tell you what. Yeah.
What did you see? What did you see that is so bad that you said it was really fucked up?
What does
The
he
thing
know?
is, like, I don't need. He doesn't know anything. I didn't say
I was
anything.
gonna say. I didn't think.
I've
No, I
never
didn't-
said it to
no.
anyone.
You said something
Yeah,
really
it's
bad
fucked up.
happened to Laurel. Yeah, and you
Yeah,
said it was
but, like,
fucked up, and I'm.
I'm not.
Just-
I'm not no obligation. I'm not your
you-
fucking child.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, your own
I'm
child
not-
fucking ratted you out for a reason, no?
No, I get that. But don't act like you could decide everything by yourself. Maybe communicate with the group. You don't do that. You just assume that all of us are idiots and don't know any better, and you just take charge of the situation. I'm not your blind fucking friend here, okay? I
Well,
can
then leave.
see, I can move.
Let them
And
leave then
yet-
if you're unhappy about everything.
You gotta understand where I'm coming from with this. You literally have done nothing with communicating with us what your plans are at some of the points. When you found out your father was taken, what did you do? You said you were gonna go there. And you knew that none of us want to separate from you, so we went with you.
I mean, that's not my.
And then-
I didn't do it. No, that's like no.
No,
Don't
you.
put-
Guys,
don't-
guys,
if you-
let's.
If you
Let-
want to, if you don't put your own ideas like into my head, like I never wanted you to. I said like I don't want you to come, but you then insisted on coming. I mean, that's not my problem at that point. It's like I can't physically stop you from. Well, I could physically have stopped you, but then you would be even more upset.
Guys, let's take a breath for a second, okay?
I mean, I don't care. You can shout, or she can shout at me as long as she wants.
Well, kind of suggest towards Garbu, who started to walk away, and just we've all been through enough. I'm sure there is questions that needs to be had. I have plenty of my own, but let's just take a break for a moment, okay?
Yeah, man, I can take a break whenever. I can keep going
Well,
whenever.
rest.
Yeah, I'm sure Lucy really appreciates that.
Is it short rest?
I mean, if you want to count it as that, yeah. Like,
I think
was-
we already took one, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
In the
Oh, yeah. You're right. I
yeah,
used
we
to hit
took
die.
one in
My
the
bad.
tunnel.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
did
we
take
just
one.
did that already.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, you could. This could be counted as a
We're
short
getting ready
rest.
for our long rest.
I forgot
Yeah.
we did the old one.
No, you're fine. Look. Nicole, was it? Can you go?
Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nick, can you check on Garbu, please?
Sure. Yeah. They'll stand up and they'll go over to Garbu.
And Elise, may we have a word? Or
course.
I? So as you two kind of start to separate, Elise, I may not know exactly everything that's going on, but I don't know what it is, but I don't even know how to put it. You don't seem like my sister. You seem just a little bit different. It's like you don't care.
It's not about not caring. It's about making choices when faced with impossible odds.
I can understand that. I made the choice to try to stay and help as many people as I can before I got caught. But tough
Well,
choices.
also, we just supposed to let them die. Like I could have let them all die, and then they would have taken the girl anyway.
Look, maybe I don't want to sound like I'm not appreciative. I'm glad that I'm still alive. I'm glad I get to see you again, and some of the friends that I at least kind of recognize. Just everything is bad, and this isn't the time for fighting.
I mean, they are fighting me. It's like they don't understand, and I don't really have the energy to make them understand.
Elise, you do understand though, she was just a little girl.
Yeah, of course, and also a ticking time bomb.
But what came to you first?
What do you mean?
What do you see first when you saw her? When I remember a little bit about the party, like, she followed you around. She looked at you like how I look at you, just like a big sibling.
Well, I did tell her to not follow us, but then she decided, no, I don't want to listen. I'm gonna follow anyway. And I said it was too dangerous, and well, look where that got us. Into a situation where I had to make hard choices to keep as many people alive as I could. Like they were all doomed. They were all dead.
I understand that.
If I
but
didn't do it,
you,
like
you,
what? Like the thing is, like you can't get to come to me from a moral high point when it's like 1 versus 6, and I'm supposed to pick one, which would let six others die,
At-
and also her die in the end.
At least show remorse. If you could see yourself now, you look like
Like-
father.
Yeah.
You look like
maybe
you were
it-
willing to toss everything to the side without remorse, without any sort of emotion to it. I can't even get a word out of him over there, and it just feels the same.
Well, the
You-
thing is, it's like I like. There's no emotion. Like I chose to save as many lives as I could. What am I supposed to do? Like, be like, oh, but I'm from a moral standpoint gonna sit there and be like, yeah, but you can't take the girl. I'm never gonna give the girl this. And then they're gonna be like, well, we're gonna take her anyway now. Haha, fuck you guys. It's like, what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to then live with myself knowing like, oh well, now I got my father and myself out, but everyone else is fucking dead. It's like, should I be happy with that?
she
And like,
kinda-
and also, I'm gonna be able to get her back later, which is like better than anything else. Like, we
she
can
she
resurrect
kind of
her
like
later.
interrupts you and like just hugs you and brings you in, and it's just
Mm.
kind of like a little bit of whisper, and it's just at least cry a little for her. I'm not saying what you done was wrong. Dad taught us both, as she slowly still kind of holding to your sides, but just slightly like 2 feet away. Just keep in mind, tough choice, yes, but at least show that you understand it was just a little girl. I couldn't imagine it. I don't think I could have done what you did. But at least make it look like you do have a heart. You're in your survival mode right now. Maybe step out of it for a moment.
Yeah, it's too bad in a month the other fucking guy is gonna come around and kill all of us. So I mean, there's no real breaks at the moment.
But as that's going, Nick, you approach Garbu.
Hey, you alright?
Walk away or stay quiet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For a prime minute, this
Wow.
guy just chuckles.
I feel like he's been practicing that like in his head for like 45 minutes because it's Garbu. Like he
Yeah.
was like, walk away or don't say anything. Walk away. Sorry, I'm
Prime is just sitting like slightly off, and it's just like,
like
oh.
Wow.
Prime's just over here like Prime was about to talk to Garbu and just hears that and goes,
Yeah, goes walks away. It's like, never
Yeah.
mind.
Uh-huh. Look, I'm not really good with directions, so I'm not gonna really take either option. Sorry. Look, I understand.
I'm just getting
I-
stuff out while Nick Are you Nicole or Nikolai? Right?
Nick.
Nikolai?
Nick, right? Nick. Yeah, Nikolai. I'm using my token right now. That's how I look right now with
Okay.
Nick. Look, I, I actually don't. I don't understand the closeness that you feel with your family because I never really had that with mine. I'll be honest. To me, my family was just a mask, kind of like my appearances. I used them for my own means to keep up appearances when I was not the jeweler or the criminal, I guess. I understand. I can understand you somewhat wanting to protect them, and I'm not gonna criticize you for your choice on not doing anything. But are you sure they're alive? Because I don't think, to be honest, those things that were flying around, I'm pretty sure those were people. I'm not saying you have to accept the fact that maybe that could be them, or they could be injured or dead or running to God knows where from them. That's the problem I had with the choice. Because there's no guarantees on your end. That's why I didn't think it was fair of the deal for you, because you don't know if they're alright or not. You're hoping. That's all. And I'm not a religious person, clearly. But hope doesn't get you very far in some deals.
DM, has it been a minute yet of Nick talking?
I mean, I would say so.
Okay. At this point, the sensor that I was holding while Nick was talking just like evaporates into dust, and I will say, "Can my father be saved?" as I cast the divination spell with a ritual. That way it doesn't need a spell slot. I can pop it out if you need me to.
No.
Wait, was no the answer?
Was
No.
no the answer?
No, no.
Oh.
I
I was
casually.
like, hold on. I heard it and then I heard no, and I was like,
No, I.
Yeah,
I heard
If,
silence.
if I
it's gonna
casually.
be
like-
it's gonna be more convoluted now.
If I casually say something and I'm just like really quiet looking away, I'm trying to think of other things.
I didn't even notice that you were looking anywhere. I was like, I heard, and then silence. I'm like,
No.
then when Bryce said that, I'm like, oh fuck, wait, was that the answer?
No, it was just because he
Imagine
asked
if
about.
that was the answer, though.
I'm giving a very long stipulation just to still say no. I want you to go ahead and just make a religion check.
You're good at those.
no.
Yeah, it should be a fucking wisdom check.
It should be. That in nature.
18 though.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Ooh.
Great. That's
Almost,
that's
almost the best.
almost as high as I can possibly go, which is 19.
You, as you kind of sit in here, like it's almost like as Nick's words are just kind of blah blah blah, just really phasing through. You're not really paying attention as much as you're heavily focused on concentrating on this so you could find it out one way or the other. And you sense like a broken connection. Not that you won't receive an answer, not like you try to send a message and it gets blocked, but like it's just at this particular moment your faith that you have in Bahamut and hopefully vice versa, it just feels like it's shaken up, muddied. The answer you get back also feels like it's more of a with a pause. It's almost like somebody's regretting, well, not regretting, but like being forced to give an answer when they really don't want to answer it. But all you get back is maybe or
That's
chance.
all I needed to hear. Nothing.
I don't know. I don't think anything that I said was something that you want to hear.
I formed a connection with my mother. I know she's alive, and that is confirmed with what Elise said. That they know she got away. I also formed a connection with my father, but it was staticky, odd. These things look fleshy, like you said. That's apparent to anyone who looks at them. They look like they were once other races. My father could very well be on his way to being one of these, but there is maybe a chance to save him, and that's all I needed to hear.
Is it worth it though? The risk? We don't know like how they turn into that. And we don't
Lost
know how
my
to
brother,
fix that.
and I thought I lost my mother and my father. Now I know my mother's at least alive. I'll have to find her after things have settled slightly. And I know my father has a chance of being saved, and I need to take that chance. In a world where 4 cities were just almost wiped out, the little hope that I have in that is worth more than probably your life to me right now. So, yeah,
Is it worth more than Lucy's life?
it's worth a lot.
Hmm.
If my understanding is at least has her reasons for making decisions, question those in the past, and at this point, I'm just going along with them.
You're not going to question what you did now?
At this point, I'm just going to go along with them.
What if you don't get your father back?
And it's just me and Ma.
Is that worth the risk?
Worth at least knowing what happened.
Knowing that you have three enemies that you have to worry about? One of them can stop your magic, and then the other two are really hard to kill?
This with the pigeon next to you is like, huh?
Yeah, out of character, I'm very confused by that.
Barry, the flesh creatures, and the Soul
Barry's
King.
not an enemy. Barry's not
Yeah,
an enemy.
buried right now isn't on our scope.
No,
I
we are
still
not
feel
in it.
like
We're not
His
in-
stuff
he's-
will
still-
take years, is our understanding.
Well,
currently.
I mean, again, if that's how Nick feels it, then that's how
Yeah.
Nick feels. But
Garbu
pigeon
does
is like-
look
It
confused
is-
at you though,
it is
as
something
well
that
as a random pigeon.
it is something that happened very recently as well. A lot
Yeah.
of this spanned almost within 2 weeks, a week.
Oh yeah, it's
2
only
weeks.
been like a
A
week.
week.
So
It's a week.
5 days between the
no,
Barry
remember
incident.
a week is 10 days Indian.
10,
Yeah.
10 days. Yeah, 5 days. Because we stayed, and then
It's been a lot has happened in a single week in this world.
Because it's been building up, okay? Everything just came together at the
know.
same time.
well, I don't.
The
don't-
pigeon says.
Okay, the reason. All right, fuck off, pigeon. Get out of here. I only said Barry because I assumed that you would want to get your brother back. That's why I said that.
I killed Joseph at the sound.
Kill Pigeon. Pigeon's out of here. Don't make me get sodium baking soda.
That's the pigeon getting out of your sound, like, eh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You still gotta. All right. All right. You know what? You still have to worry about two things that could take over the continent. You got those things, which, rough guess, they with a soul of or the spirit of a dragon now, are a lot more of a present threat. And then you got the Soul King, whatever they did to Hanzu. You're telling me that he possibly can't do that to other dragons, possibly? This doesn't feel like a fair situation for us.
I don't know.
Feels like a
this is what I
suicide
know,
mission.
and this is what I'm going for.
Garbu.
Clarence?
No, it's
You were
not.
trying to-
Yeah. I did mess with you. a little
back.
bit.
The pigeon flies off with Clarence. Okay, then.
Garbage. Do you have a plan?
Talk to this Ariel. All
Okay.
I've got.
What are you gonna say?
I don't have much that I can say. I'll tell them we talked to the entity in Chrisport. They told us that Ariel might know about what's happening with my father and Zetham, and see if there's some sort of agreement we can come to.
Okay.
I might
Do
have
you-
something I can exchange, but we might
We
not
don't
like
have
the
another
way that
Lucy.
it has to. We don't, but we have other things, and I kind of lick one of my teeth.
Can I inside check that? Like, are you
Can I
trying to
inside-
hide it?
No, I
Yeah,
just
can I
like,
inside
it's
check?
a subconscious like a.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, you guys can. It's going to be
It's
a.
not, Garbu's not doing it intentionally. Just when he thinks about it, he's not good at lying.
It's
Tell me your life
hiding.
story.
It's a relatively high DC because there's not a lot to go off on,
You just saw a kobold say, "We got something to trade," and then lick his teeth.
but it
Yeah,
it sounds like there might be something up his sleeve that he hasn't really divulged information. I would say at least with a 22 and a 19, it again hard to understand just by licking a tooth, but it looks like Garbu might have at least one plan, or again something up his sleeve.
Wait,
Would
do
you
I need to
like
get
to
pliers?
elaborate? Oh, sorry. Would you like to elaborate, or should we just infer what we got from you licking your tooth creepily?
And lick my.
I got pliers. I could probably.
100%. I watched you lick your tooth. You like actually.
Yeah.
Did I lick my teeth?
You yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Look, man. Garbu. I'm not gonna pressure you, and I support what you're doing, and I will help you if I can. But I want you to sit down and make a real plan so that we have the best chance of you, one, getting your parents back, and two, living through it.
I figured
Fair.
a
And three-
competition was the best place to start.
That's fair.
And 3, us surviving too.
But are you going to
Yeah.
elaborate?
So I got a bag of dragon teeth a while ago.
Okay.
I put one of those teeth in my mouth.
How?
You don't need to know.
No, I'm not asking like
Not a lot.
ethically. I meant
Don't
more
worry
like
about it.
literally.
You see the
Don't worry
pigeon
about
with
it,
the
Nick.
fucking, you see the
It's not your
pigeon show
problem.
up with a monster uniform and just so garbage shoulder. You don't need to know.
The rat like pops out for a second and is just like,
Yeah, shakes his head
I,
too.
I didn't mean ethically. I meant literally. Like
You don't need to know.
you take a tooth
Okay.
out, you put a tooth in. It's not that hard to understand. But there were two
Mhm.
other teeth, and one of those teeth turned into a creature that's currently beneath the tree in Zeetham.
So we let
That's
that
me.
out?
The tree eat them?
That might be a route.
Did Clarence
Didn't the
know
tree
about
just eat
this?
it? Didn't the tree just eat it? The pigeon like sits
Or
there.
Was this all you?
My
Yeah,
understanding was
Pigeon.
the tree grabbed it and pulled it underneath the ground.
Did it? I thought it
You-
just wrapped
Yeah,
around.
I'm pretty sure.
all you guys know of it, the tree kind of like opened up. It's almost like the tree ate it, but there
Yeah.
was nothing
Uh-huh.
else divulged of what happened to said creature or where it currently is.
And
I
that's
thought it was
also a conversation to be had.
I think the last thing
What?
that was really divulged was the fact that a lot of the guild members could not go back in, as stuff has to be rearranged to now accommodate their new permanent member.
So did it just?
I assume it's still in there based on my understanding of what was said.
There,
How did-
no reason to
how
probably
did
not
you-
think that.
Yes,
How
that's
did-
why a conversation doesn't just have to be with Ariel. But that's out of character.
So you put a dragon tooth in your mouth, took out one of your teeth. Did you put it in the bag?
Wait, what bag?
Well, you said you had 3 dragon teeth. Did you take your tooth out, put it in that bag, and then you put the dragon tooth in?
I didn't mention any bag. I just said I had
You said-
some dragon teeth, and I put one in my mouth.
You did say a bag, I thought. You said you had
Did I?
this
Yeah,
bag
you-
of dragon teeth. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Yeah, you did.
Don't gaslight
Garbu's
me,
gaslighting
Clarence.
now.
Or
I honestly
Cleric.
can't remember. It's been a
The
day.
the
God
pigeon is
damn-
flying.
I was
over- Clarence, what do you mean?
Cleric. I was gonna say
Hey, are
cleric.
you
I was gonna say
talking
cleric,
about
and
me?
then
This pigeon is doing a
say-
lot of work. I'm just saying
It
it's flying to multiple different sides.
It's the
The
metagame
bag
didn't
pigeon.
do
It can do
anything
everything.
confusing.
I'm gonna hit the metagame pigeon with a fly swatter.
Clarence is in the middle of an experiment somewhere, and he goes, "Is somebody
He
talking about
sneezes.
me?" Like,
Clarence sneezes and then
Yeah.
looks around.
And you see like the pigeon has opened a portal next to you, like that guy.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
The pigeon just opens
Anyways.
a portal. Don't worry about it.
Let's get on.
Garbu. I'll help you however I can. I feel really bad for what's happening. As an outsider, this is not normally my territory. So if you
Isn't
need
everything in
something,
territory outside?
Fuck.
that's we're inside, right? Right now? Or we
No,
outside?
we're
No,
outside.
outside.
No, you
outside.
you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
camping outside.
I get advantage on every. No, I'm just kidding.
You do.
I don't really. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna jinx it. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone and knock on the table twice and move on.
You literally knocked on the table.
If there's any ideas as to how to go about this better, let me know. I'm pretty good at sneaking around, especially in the dark.
Preferably let us know if you're gonna sacrifice someone and not just blindside us with this.
I was planning to sacrifice Elise if you want. No, I'm kidding. Elise in the background's like, I'll kill you.
Elise just does thumbs up.
Jesus.
That Garbu wouldn't have said that. Not in this moment.
No, I know.
Ah,
Nick, can I talk to you?
Honestly, my thought was if you
sure.
could talk to Tristani and see if there's a way to release the entity from the tree.
Isn't Tristani, wasn't he like in the city?
No,
Pigeon says on
Tristani
your
was
shoulder.
up at the dragon fight, wasn't he?
No.
No.
The dragon Paragon herself was there. And
Paragon
she,
was
like
there
the
to
other
get-
guy. The
Billy
Paragon
and,
plus some random guards.
Yeah, no,
Billy.
Tristani was
She
still
brought-
in Zeetham.
yeah,
Or
they
Will-
because he's
Bill.
yeah, Bill was the one who came, the champion.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, there's. I can guarantee you, there's no way a dragon protector and a guild master from the same city would have
leaving.
left it,
Mm.
even for like 2 hours.
Asking to be invaded.
Like no.
What's
So
it?
By the steel dragon even.
So
I could try messaging him. See if there's a response. See if there's
you
a
sure
way
he's
to.
even alive?
That's why the message. If it doesn't go through, I know he's dead, or on a different plane.
No,
Probably.
if it's on a different plane, it can still work.
Can it? Oh no, it's scrying that can't work on
Yeah.
another plane.
Message can still work on other planes.
Yeah.
90. So that's like a 5% chance of failing.
Yeah, as long as I don't roll on that one, basically.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4. Essentially.
I thought it was it 1 through 4? Oh.
Yeah,
What
It's
was
a
it?
because
1
you
in
can have.
20 chance it fails, basically. Right?
Yeah.
If
Checks
it's a
out.
5% chance of
Yeah,
failure,
yeah,
it's a 1
checks
in
out.
20.
Checks
Yeah.
out. I was doing head math. I was just like, yes.
Because like 1 in 20.
Anyway.
1
I
in
don't-
20 is 5%.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. No. Let's
And
stop
1
this math
time,
lesson.
or 5 times 20 is 100.
2 in
Anyways,
40. No.
This math lesson was fun, guys.
Just don't
I
do
learned.
reverse math.
That's a distraction. Or
Anyway.
division.
Anyway.
Okay. Alright. You were gonna do your messaging?
I can't. I have nothing. I have first and second level spells. That's basically nothing. I mean, if somebody only had those, I feel like they couldn't do anything.
Thanks. I really
Yeah,
don't
Barry.
think I'm holding up my end of the deal either. And then she just kind of smiles at you.
Sorry, I didn't think about that.
No, I
But
do.
you
you
mostly
guys-
fire arrows. You do great
Which
with that.
I use spells with those sometimes. Most of the time.
Yeah, well, at least you guys
Almost
got
all the
spells.
time.
I don't get that.
I just
I
pat
don't
him
have
on the
some-
shoulder or on the knee.
so as that conversation kind of happens simultaneously with the other one, and it seems as though as people slowly come back to the fire, tension is brought down a little bit. Whether there's still conversations to be made about certain topics or not, you guys kind of start getting a little bit of the food that you guys could kind of scrounge up. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
You wanted to talk to me.
I did.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Wait, were you asking me or were you?
Yes.
I'm just gonna be like, listen, these guys are
getting-
crazy. Let's make a run for it.
I'm getting your consent to talk to you.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. And then we'll
Did you
go off
want to? Yeah.
Hey, so I know you're getting really frustrated. I'm not there because I trust Elise, but
It's hard to trust someone when it feels like every time we do anything, we're sacrificing people. Whether it's Clarence's, and I'll do the air quotes, siblings, or the people that helped us fight that dragon, Hanzu,
Yeah.
and Nozark, or
Mhm.
Nozar, and now we're sacrificing Lucy.
What's
So-
those are?
I don't think you've ever been a part of a guild or like
Nope.
any kind of organized setting. It seems like, right?
No.
We've
Well, no,
always
I'm not
op-
saying there's. I'm not saying it's criticizing. It's just
No. I was just going to give you a point of reference from me. I've worked with the guild my entire life, and generally it turns out that sometimes you have to sacrifice the few for the many. It's not ideal. It's not fun. But I looked at the ratio, and it seems like more of us are walking away than staying.
the problem
know.
with that is the last one. The potential that you give something that has already taken over 4 cities, the spirit of a dragon.
Mhm.
It gives them the power to. I'm not gonna say they could, but they might. We don't know. They could take over cities. They could take over the continent with this. Now we got to worry about that and whatever the Soul King is gonna do.
Storm King. Division
Is
says.
that worth more than one of the greatest wizards on the continent? I don't know.
Yes,
Quantifying's
I would.
hard, right?
It is really hard,
Right?
but
I'm
it's
not
hard
saying
to
you-
justify either side. That's the problem,
True.
and it felt like she decided it quickly, and it wasn't because of the one of the greatest wizards on the continent. It felt like she decided that just because it was her father.
And it may have been. Would you blame her? If it was your kids? If it was your significant other?
I wouldn't have even
Yeah.
given them up.
At least just sitting there like, I didn't trade Lucy for my father. I traded Lucy for you, you bastard.
It's
Because
honestly,
the thing is like, unless they went far, I can still hear everything. By the way.
yeah. Honestly, I really think you're on the right track with your methods, but you're coming off as you have this huge chip on your shoulder. And you may, but there's constructive ways to do it and there's unconstructive ways to do it.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to everyone. It's just, it seems really hard to trust whether or not any of us are worth anything to her, because it feels like she could sacrifice us for her own means.
I'm not
I,
denying the possibility, especially from your perspective. I
I'm not.
trust her, but all I was saying was there was a better way to go about it than how you did.
I will admit I should have gone about it better. It's just hard to. When I joined their group, I was told, do not harm Lucy, protect her at all costs, and don't let her use magic. Alright, that was fair. I was introduced to them when they were trying to draw out Clarence's father. I think that was the original plan. And then we ran into these golem things, and he killed two. Well, they killed two of his siblings, and then Clarence
Am I still in earshot for this?
killed one of them, as far as I could tell.
I said
couldn't
we
tell the
walked
other.
away.
Okay.
We walked away.
I would say unless
I was gonna
people,
say that's a thing that Garbu does not know, and I just
No.
I
if
would
he is in earshot
say
for it, there's gonna be a reaction.
I would say a lot of these conversations are being held distance away from others. Unless you
And
are,
probably like stage whispering as well. Probably it's like you can't really.
yeah,
sound like,
it's
"Hey, guys."
yeah,
Stage whispering.
it's more stage whispering right now. Elise and her sister's conversation, your guys' conversation, and now Prime and Nick's conversation. They're all being pushed in different areas so that tension doesn't constantly build. So it's trying to keep everything just these conversations away from everybody.
And then I don't know what happened, but the other sibling was dead. I don't know who did it or why. I'm not gonna blame Clarence for it entirely. He might have made a deal, or he might have been forced. I don't know. But he and Elise went into the portal, and only Elise came out. She said something really messed up happened, didn't tell me anymore, and I don't know what. After what we've seen these last looks at wrist
You
week
can
and a half,
you can say a few days probably would sound right.
a few days, we we fought Hanzu, and I'm not gonna say the sacrifices of that weren't justified, because yeah, we had to fight this thing because you guys said it was fucking up the country, and it was, or kind of
Do you not
geography, whatever.
think it was?
It
No, it was. It was. I said
okay.
it was justified. It was
Okay.
justified. I said
the dragon itself, you guys didn't really travel to a lot of locations to like, hey, the dragon came here and done shit, and the dragon came here or we saw it.
It has been 12 days that Nick has been with the party.
12 days. Okay.
You, for the players, the fact you saw just the beginning of it at the tournament. Then there's the boat scene. Then there was the forest scene. And then now this. But there's been word that it's been spotted, but it's just unable to catch because it's almost like it's gone instantly. Okay. And it just appears in random places.
See,
I'm
man,
not
random.
saying it's like Stan Lee in a cameo in a Marvel movie. No.
No, you don't have to explain. I just misheard you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, okay. I that one's justified because we had to take that thing out because yeah, it was a big threat. The cost was high, but yeah, it made sense to me at that time. And then the Four Cities attack, it felt like for Elise that was more emotional based and thinking it through, if you know what I mean. And it's like, okay, you want to save your father. I don't know what I don't really have that good of a connection with my family, but I can understand family is important to her and Garbu. So I get that. But then when we give up Lucy, and yes, we were deep in the lion's den. But is there no guarantee we could have gotten out the way we came? I mean, I'm pretty sure the big guy could have shattered that wall. He,
Have you?
he looked like
Have you?
he.
Do you have a lot of experience with open combat?
Eh,
I
most of the time I
like
just.
group combat, team fighting, war.
Oh, no, not really. Group combat. Maybe,
Oh.
maybe alleyway fighting. Maybe.
Okay. So from what I understood of the situation, we were trapped on both sides. They were trying to claw their way back in. You could hear them. So there were multiple of those flocks. I'm going to call them. I don't know if that's what they are.
Listen,
And they
scientists, scholars
converged.
could tell us. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They converged on that one point. We obviously know we couldn't have gone forward because guess what happened when we went forward?
Those things, yeah.
From what I can understand, she saved our lives. We were the ones she bargained for. Now, I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure I was getting ready to start writing notes because I could see the writing on the walls. Like I said, it may not make sense to you, but I see where she was coming from. She saved what? 6, 7 for the price of 1?
That price of one might be what dooms the continent, though. That's the thing I'm worried about.
I know, but we can't know that.
And there's no guarantee the six lives that she did say will live past this war, or the second one, if there is a second one. If we got to fight those things.
Well, I don't know about you, but I, for one, walking this not looking like a winged freak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Should we? Yep. I don't know. Should we just let them take the continent then?
No, I'm going to fight. You can do what you like, but I'll be fighting.
In my favorite terrain, outside.
In my favorite terrain,
You're dead.
outside.
You're all
Yeah,
dead.
damn right. You're all my favorite enemies. You're all my favorite type of
I
creatures.
just-
to
There's
fight.
like a Hyperman pigeon sitting on Prime's shoulder.
I just-
outside, baby.
I just want to say,
And
if
I
you
have a
guys,
T-shirt on favorite terrain.
if you guys
Oh,
ever
God.
go inside some sort of building or something, and Prime has to fight inside, and like all her rolls are crap,
Disadvantage on everything.
I think I would put it at a certain point, like, yeah, if you're outside, advantage, but if you're inside for any fucking reason, disadvantage.
I'd be fine.
Well, listen. That
I
sounds
want it for
great.
chaos, though.
Now, but that's only if it happens that way.
Okay.
And then one of us, if another of us dies, the other should play a ranger that's only inside and nothing outside,
Oh my god.
and just make them the polar
It's-
opposite of Prime.
It would be a room stalker.
Room. See what you did there?
Oh
I think
my God,
Leroy died.
room.
He
Oh,
touched
no.
he touched his keyboard, and so he has to
That was
restart
a
his
great
computer.
fix, though.
Better hurry, because he should be back any second now. His computer restarts pretty fast. But anyways,
We should all freeze.
Wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
it's not gonna work.
What
I
the
got-
actual
I got bored. I'm
frick
not
is
gonna
that
lie.
saying?
So,
Again.
I may have to run and grab food for my wife
Yeah.
here in a few minutes.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we'll go ahead and say as your conversation starts to die down. Anybody else?
I mean, I was gonna continue talking to my sister, but then you moved time on.
No, you can go ahead. Can keep going.
No, you're not allowed to talk to yourself.
Okay. I looked at the pigeon. I'm like, okay, sorry, pigeon.
Listen here, you little you feathery bastard.
All
Yeah,
of these conversations, in a sense, are kind of happening at the same time. So you just kind of got to go with it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Because I was just gonna respond to the line of emotions. Like, I think at least would like think about it for like a bit and then respond with. I think just because I'm not showing emotion right now doesn't mean they're not going on inside. I don't like what I did. I hated every second of it. And at some point I'm gonna feel bad about it, but that's not right now. Right now we have this whole situation to deal with. Like, we just have to process that we lost 4 cities. We have to process we lost a dragon, lost friends, and
And not
what
to
are we supposed?
not to interrupt or change the topic, but what is this dragon talk?
What's the fucking name again? The dragon of Chrisport? I keep forgetting.
Nodrid.
Nodrin died.
Oh
You're
fuck!
dragon.
I said Nozark.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like
what
at
you
least
said.
looks like
Oh
Jude.
my god, I was like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about when you said Noah's
Yeah.
Ark? And I was like, I can't for
What?
the life of me figure out what that's meant to be.
It's like
No,
they said
Nodrin.
Nodrin died fighting Honzer
When was this?
yesterday. Today, yesterday.
I didn't even know that she was going out to fight. What?
No, so well, most people were not supposed to know.
And oh, my head hurts. I'm still, and you can see there is plenty of, little scars and scratches on her as well, and just there's just a lot.
No, there's a lot. I think like some people don't understand the choices I made. But I made them so we could fight another day,
Well,
and that we could. It would be like I don't expect people to understand that I don't make these choices because I'm like throwing away lives or whatever. I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. It's like I made these choices because I care about people and I want people to live, and I know that also. If anyone is gonna fucking take these people out, it's gonna be us. And like, what of us are gonna supposed to do? Let everyone die, and like the people who could potentially resist them not live anymore? I don't know.
I can understand it, and again, trying not to make it sound like an insult or anything.
And also,
What-
what do you think that I was gonna go back to mother and like say, yeah, I could have maybe done something about saving Julie and my father, but then I sort of went away. It's like she would fucking kill me on the spot.
I think in a situation like this, it's tough to say what is the right call and what is not. I'm just trying to tell you from what probably outsiders look. You take after Dad far more than I do. I know he chooses the mission over anything, and that's sounds like what you had to do. You had to make a tough call, and I cannot feel nothing but remorse and sorrow for that little girl.
At least like leans in a bit closer. When I say it's a time where I might have misphrased it, she was turning into whatever it is. She was close to not being herself anymore. I did what I felt like this was for her a way out. It doesn't seem like it right now. It sucks. I hate it. Cry. I don't know why I'm not sad about it more than I should be. I think it's because I know that in the end, now there's a chance of her being able to be just her, not whatever that other thing is.
That's an
There's a
if.
chance right now. Yeah, but sometimes you have to take the ifs. Like, what am I gonna sit there and like watch her turn into whatever it is, and then be forced to kill her?
I
Like, I would hate myself. Like the thing is, right? I could see where it was heading, and it was not heading anywhere pretty. At least now, I won't have to live with the fact that that all of us had to kill her, because it was going there. We were nowhere close to like figuring out how to help her. Nowhere close. Everything was still unknown.
she kind of rubs
What
her
do we
eye
s-
a little bit.
Like what? It's like I don't know. It's like I don't like people already went to way too much. And it's like just adding that one on the list. I don't think people would like to be adding that one on the list.
I don't think I can really begin to comprehend everything. I know it must have been a lot. Just, I'm also just trying to say I'm here for you if you need to let it out. I don't know how exactly you feel about her, but I don't know if you ever saw the way she looked at you.
Yeah, and I want to give her a chance at her own life. And this is the best thing I could do in a situation where everything was fucked. And she will not understand it. And
That's if she.
that's a bridge that's an it's an if. Like if like the thing is like she it's like we don't know what's gonna happen. But I had to choose the lesser of evils, and I chose the lesser of evils. So that so that more people could live. They were all doomed. They were caught on both sides in a trap, and like, what am I gonna, like, I couldn't.
She kind of just brings, because again she was kind of just holding you on like on your sides, and she kind of just brings you back in and just, it's okay if you need to let it out. You're doing so much.
Oh, I also
Nope.
killed a dragon, by the way. She was pissed. I almost died. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that later. But
I can't off this shit. I read it in the book once.
I just want you. I feel like even though we're surrounded on every side, I want you to be vulnerable right now. As you said, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of time or chance to do it, but this might be your only time to let everything that's inside. Because if you don't, and you bottle it up, and you keep going at it headstrong, it's going to wear you down more and more. And soon you may forget how to cry, to let just anger rush over, to be happy and sad.
I think I'll need to talk to father first before I let anything out.
Well, I was
Make him
okay with
open his mouth.
I was okay with my choice. I knew that if I stayed any longer, my chances of dying were getting higher and higher. With the amount of people I alone was also able to save, to get them through those portals before they we had to close them permanently, or they would have went through them. I was okay with that. It wasn't like I didn't fought trying. I'm not. There's a lot of things I don't think I can do like what you do. sis. But I was happy with my choices.
Well, now you get to make more.
Well, I know there's a lot of backlash of the choices that was made, but thank you though for saving me. In case nobody else
No, I
says,
don't. I don't take it personal. I understand that people are upset and they feel things right now, and I'm in a way grateful I didn't have to hear what they apparently had to go through. Because I think that would have made my choice worse. For me.
I know
I
the
think-
others are probably grateful too. Just right now, it's a really
I
tough
mean,
time
they-
for all of us.
I understand that right now it's dealing with a lot of things, unpacking a lot of things, and was it a mistake coming? It was. But actions have consequences, and now we have to deal with those consequences.
Well, do you want to try talking to Father? He's not really talking to me.
No, because he probably had to give up things that he sees as things that could potentially end stuff or whatever. I don't know. But I think you will eventually see the value the value in living to fight another day.
I've never, as both of you kind of looking, towards his direction, like the way the campfire is, and some of the tents are slightly just pushed back from the fire. Kind of a lot of all of you guys. It feels like wanting you a little bit of separation to kind of try to figure out how to go through your emotions. Past that point, you got more on the northern and eastern side, kind of more of the openness to it, with the western and south side a little bit forming into that rock formation into the mountains. And it's just a little bit past, like you could see a little like clip of kind of like a part of his head and his shoulder just on the other side of a boulder, as he's just still constantly have sat there since you guys arrived to this spot and started setting things up. I've never really seen him this, I guess, down.
I think he probably feels like he failed. And he was willing to go down with the ship, but then same as you were both probably happy with your choices. And then I came in and fucked it up. And now you have to make more.
Well, I'm gonna go fix me something to eat. I probably need a drink or something as well, but let me know if you want to go talk to him and I'll go with you.
I mean, if you want to go, I mean, I can go now, but if you want to take a drink, you can take a drink and stuff.
Just,
I mean, you've been the one saving people after all.
I'm drained. I usually feel tired after a lot of exams and stuff like this, but this is a whole new... trying to just keep my arms up and keep my legs from topping over.
Elise just puts her hand on her arm and it's just... This will make it better. And I will just cast the first level Cure Wounds. Because I can, because it's not a long rest. 12 healing. Let's go, baby.
Some of the little scratches and stuff as it slowly kind of heals. There's still plenty of like others, but it does seem to have made an impact and kind of like breathes a little bit easier. And just, that definitely helps.
There's more where that came from, baby. No, but on all seriousness, it's you did good. Better than I probably would have done.
Well, I'm gonna go sit for a moment, but go catch my breath, and whenever you're ready, we can go.
Well, it's more when you're ready.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit down. And kind of goes and sit. So I guess before we get to that, anybody else?
I go and I talk to Elisa's dad. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you can certainly try.
Yeah, he doesn't really like Garbu, and Garbu's scared of him.
Anybody can talk to anybody. But
Like the point
Talk to
where
God.
you look at that NPC over there in your video game, you're like, ooh.
I mean, X is like he hasn't done a tent or anything. He's just propped himself against a rock, kind of like sitting down. Has like one of the long swords, just kind of like
I love it how X is probably
I
the most
probably-
appreciative person. X is literally like the person who literally is like, whatever, thanks.
well.
I probably would walk over and sit by X and just offer him one of the rations I have.
Okay, like
Everybody
he's-
has rations, right?
he's like sat back and watched like the fighting unfold. He's periodically watched and kind of goes back to undoing a little bit parts of his equipment, pulling out some stuff and kind of like checking it. But there's probably been a solid moment where you guys didn't even realize he's just there, because he is said or moved absolutely almost nothing. He is one with the Rock. That might be his new
like
name,
a
the Rock.
feature? Is that a feature?
Yeah,
Oh, is his real name is Dwayne?
it is now. I'm gonna go put that in here.
He's no longer
Dwayne
actually
the
Scott.
X.
He's
X
The Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That's his Twitter handle.
X-Wayne.
Oh, so
X-Wayne
that's like he can never lose in combat. That's why he stopped fighting, because he cannot lose.
His name is D Rain.
Yeah, it's just in this commentary that he cannot lose.
That is now his new name. Now you guys don't know it, it's
And
still X, but if you talk to him and get it out, he'll tell you that.
Hey, what's your real name?
I'll sit down beside him and hand him a ration. Hey X, what's your real name?
Make a persuasion check.
No, that was a joke. I won't actually. But I will go sit by him and just hold out like a ration in his direction,
You
offering it to him.
you go and sit next to him, and he doesn't really seem to like react or anything. But as you kind of
I'm the
hold your
size of his knee.
Sure. As you kind of hold your hand out
Kneecap.
with that ration towards him, he then slowly looks as he's like unbuckling parts of his armor and just kind of like does his little grunt sign. Keeps one hand on his armor and reaches for the ration as he takes it and kind of puts it on a little part of the armor that's in front of him. He's, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
I didn't have a choice. As he continues doing on parts of his armor.
I love the garbage.
Would you like help?
No.
Okay.
Just personal space, okay?
Just thought you might want some food.
Kind of just does his little grunt sound.
I'll walk away. I'll actually walk over to Elisa's dad and offer him a ration as well, because I assumed
As-
he wasn't carrying any.
As
Since he was
you
living in a city.
as you do kind of like start to walk away, and he's just, don't go changing too much. You change too much and everything may not work anymore.
Think about how my connection to my patron seemed difficult. And I'll just think about that after he says that. And nod as I continue walking.
Okay. You, as you said, you was going to go offer it to the others. You can see Julie and Elise still kind of in the midst conversation of things, and
Elise has rations. I'm not offering her one.
you can see Thoric, just like almost like a shady character, if you will, parts of the shadows that's reflecting off on them. Of course, though, you do have, like dark vision, but it's like that, almost like that part of a comic book where half of the picture is drawn and the other half is just sketched. And you just kind of see that as he's just sitting there. It's kind of like he's kind of sitting on a rock, and it's more like slightly crouched with his back against it. His hands kind of like doing something like this, just over his leg.
Are you hungry? And I'll hold out a ration.
Sorry. As you offer that to him, he doesn't even respond. Doesn't even look to your general direction.
I'll just kind of set the ration down and scoot it towards him.
You see nothing as it kind of comes from him.
I hate when it's in the middle, kind of.
Have a 10. Or
Yeah,
2
I
and a
mean, it's slightly
19.
above the middle, but yeah. No, I'll do it anyways. I'll cast Calm Emotions in his general area.
Counterspell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if he does?
He is a high enough level wizard. Does he have enough reaction to even do that?
Of course.
Hold on.
Fight, fight.
Fight it. Fight it, Dad. Stay angsty.
He also now knows about your dragon tooth thing too.
If he was able
Does
to
he?
hear that. I think he might have already. Wait,
Oh,
Okay.
did he already?
I don't
know.
remember.
I don't know if you told.
Been a
That's
while.
at Joseph's discretion if he knows about.
Okay, so he has to make a what? A charisma
Wisdom
save.
A Christmas.
That conversation wasn't had directly in front of him, but he might have heard it. And if he's
20
exhausted,
plus-
depending on what level, he might have disadvantage.
Well, it's only been one day, so unless
I
they
know.
suck the exhaustion into him.
But they might have like sucked life out of him or something. I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
what I meant. They sucked the life out of the exhaustion into him.
You as you go to cast this, you see he doesn't counterspell it, but as this wave kind of reaches out, which technically Elise and Julie would also be in the same vicinity, I would imagine.
Fuck.
I think
I was
he was
already
standing
calm.
off a little.
I was already calm, but it's still.
It's like smoking more.
But
At
you,
least feels extra calm now.
you see
No longer
kind of like this little aura, if you will, as it kind of like pings off of you. Think of like throwing a pebble in a pond as the ripples kind of go. But you see when it gets to him, it almost just goes around him. Like you see something, think of it like a shield, but you can see like he kind of twitched his finger, and it's not a counterspell. It's an ability he has. But
it's like some sort of anti-magic area.
Oh, he's
field
also an
around
elf.
him.
Yeah, that
Oh yeah,
answers
he has
everything.
advantage against the charm condition, which I think also gives him
Oh.
advantage against this.
Which I think I would do then too. Because I'm an elf too. Wait, let me look at elves. Where's elves?
Wait, am I
If a
close enough?
creature, no.
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
Advantage against being charmed.
I wouldn't say so. This is
Let me
because
read it. I don't think so.
it's not a
This is not
charm
a
effect.
charm.
It's not a
This is
charm.
not a charm effect.
It's
No, it's
just
not.
it's
Oh,
just
okay.
to suppress emotions. That's it.
I thought there was. I might be thinking of a different spell, but I I thought this was that spell, but there's a spell that has like a phrasing like if a creature has advantage against charm effects, they also have advantage against this spell, but I don't remember what spell that is.
Well, anyways,
It's not this one apparently.
but you can see it doesn't affect him.
Okay. But Julie and Elise seem to have been affected.
Yes.
Although, it's still good. So Julie just goes from yelling at Elise that she should feel emotions to just being like, yeah.
I cast the
Was
spell
she
magic on myself.
But
I mean, it's
I'll
only
just
5 minutes.
leave
It's
the-
only
I'll
5
just
minutes. It's
leave
only
the
5
food-
minutes.
I got a reaction out of him. His finger moved, so I'll just leave the food there by him.
He's not dead.
Oh. Elise, we have an extremely calm 1 minute, and then we're like, okay, let's go.
Garbu walks away looking pretty satisfied with himself from your
Okay.
dad.
Good.
Well,
After that calm 1 minute.
as some of that time passes, at least if you and Julie want to go and talk to your father, or unless somebody else
Yeah,
has
we-
anything.
Nope.
Okay. You two approach him, kind of just slightly going around. You can see like the little ration that's been kind of like slightly undone a little bit. You could probably think that's where Garbu probably left his thing for him.
I'll just look at him, see if he responds first before I say something.
You guys kind of like get a little bit close, a few feet from him, but you're kind of like standing a little bit in front to the side of him, but he doesn't seem to really react or do anything.
I just look at him for a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know what you had to give up.
Why did you not listen?
Listen to what?
Did you not get my warning?
You mean one of the 50 million messages that entered my head at the same time?
Do you think this is a game?
No, it's not a game.
Why did you come to Chrisport? He's still just looking down, like his hands, and you kind of can like see his hands are like shaking.
Well, several reasons, but mainly to make sure that one of the most powerful wizards on the continent would have another day of fighting left in him.
I told you to go back to the house, not to come to Chrisport. How hard was that to understand, Elise?
Very hard.
Your recklessness has gone too far this time. Dad, just no! Slowly looks up at the both of you. You can tell just nostrils flaring, face really red, but it's kind of hard to tell if it's red of anger or red of some of the smeared blood that's kind of already dried, that's all over him. He looks like he's went through hell. I don't even know what to say to you anymore.
Say whatever you want.
I didn't ask for you to come and save us.
Didn't need to.
Elise, there is some things I can understand, but this was not one of them. There was a reason why I gave that warning out. If I thought this was something, I don't know, maybe Elise could handle it, I would have gotten a different message to you. No, instead I told you. And I hoped that your sister was able to get out. And I don't even know about your mother. But I hoped you all were safe and to just go back home. You gambled too much. And you don't even know what you really risked. What?
I know I risked a lot of things for a chance.
A chance you should not have taken.
No, a chance to fight back.
There is no fighting back, Elise. As he kind of cusps his head. There is no fighting back.
There always is.
You're just too stubborn to see it, Elise.
No. I've heard tales of a one person on a different continent who fought back against the hordes of the undead, and why shouldn't we? Why should we just give up and roll down and lie on our backs and be like, oh, do whatever you want?
Because the possibilities that I gave up, that's where it becomes a no-winning scenario. I don't even know what I gave up. They fudged my memory to where I don't even know what I said. But they told me I said plenty. My hopes was you to go back home and to at least receive some sort of message. There was a plan in place.
Well, whatever they told you, they also told me, if not you, someone else.
Elise, do you know how many people they went through before they got to me?
Yeah, and then they would have gone through more until they got what they wanted.
That's
Like,
the thing. The bond, Elise. There was only some of us that knew as much as I did. Some. And most of them was ahead of me. And if that doesn't really help explain much, they died because they did not give up that information. They died what we all were supposed to do. It is part of our code. We know too damn much that it could break practically everything. But we left clues and messages, and there was even a rebellion in place. We've had these scenarios in place in case if for whatever reason the city was taken. People already knew what they were supposed to do. And as far as I'm aware, I could have gave all of that up. As he tries to kind of push himself off a little bit shaky. Julie, I'm sorry. When they told me you were captured, I knew they would use you against me, and I'm sorry. I was going to let you die. But have no fear, as I was going to die as well. So at least you wouldn't have been alone. And I was hoping, if you managed to get out, if, Elise, if you survived your fight, and I don't even know about your mother.
Wasn't she all the way in the east?
Yes.
Then she should be fine.
You guys would have had the opportunities to get the revenge and to come out on top.
Elise smiles in a way, like a wry smile. Well, I guess that's where you and me differ, Dad. I don't do sacrificing family.
No. You don't. And that is soon going to be your downfall.
Very good. We'll find out.
As he kind of stumbles a little bit away and just... You're still just too young and naive to fully understand the big picture. Kind of just stumbles away. Julie kind of grabbing a hold of your arm as, like, she's been quiet, but you can see tears running down her face.
Hmm. I just like whisper that you want to leave.
Let's just get some sleep. Everybody's tired.
As we walk away, I just whisper to her. Told you I'm not like that that much.
Just kind of walks with you. But if nothing else, she does, as all of you kind of come together and kind of have like a little bit of a meal. It's still slightly quiet, a little bit of chatter here and there. But when it gets kind of point to the bedtime, Julie does speak up, and if you want everyone, if be more willing to move in a little, I can at least create a barrier to at least make sure we can get some more rest and not really worry about being attacked or anything. Just give me a few minutes. And kind of like next to the fire starts drawing in the dirt. and soon
William's tiny hut, I assume.
Yeah, and soon this little barrier kind of comes over most of, or everybody, and to some of you this is something new. To some others probably not. You know, able to see
Does this
out.
count as indoors?
Sadly, no.
Oh, dang.
Still
Crime
favorite
still
here.
has advantage.
But nevertheless, as you guys try to just get some rest, try to recover from that mindset, and I want to do this. As you guys sleep, God, that's loud.
Oh no.
You guys hearing in your dreams, hearing the screams of Lucy, hearing the cries and begs. To some of you who watched, kind of like that nightmare as God, it's really loud. As she's getting pulled away, I'm messing the wrong one up anyway. There we go. As you guys were sleeping and seeing these in your dreams, you do hear a voice. I am disappointed in you all. Flashbacks of watching her crawl away, and you're starting to see visions, if you will, that you couldn't see before. Her trying to struggle out of the grass. They're this kind of unsettling smog of all of their smell and breaths as it kind of fumes around, and she's trying to fight free, tears down her face. You all are no warriors. And it kind of keeps going back and forth of these words in pitch darkness, and then images of her being dragged, crawl, and it even gets to the point of seeing it where like she's brought into this chamber. Can't really tell much of anything in it, just these red eyes just everywhere as she kind of gets thrown into the floor. A lot of her clothing is scratched, parts of the armor that was given removed, blood already kind of coming down certain areas of her body, and just, no, you are all just cowards. As a true warrior would have fought to the end, no matter the cost. Can see, looks like her body slowly getting hoisted up in the air as she makes almost like a last gasp of breath of, please come back. Such shame and disappointment. There is not much anything else that is worthless and low as the actions that I have seen. I want you to feel just how far you have fallen. And as this last image of just this, like her body kind of contorting in a way, as her body's just almost strict paralyzed, her face just straight up in the air, eyes kind of glowing white until they go into a more of a darkish black. And as it like looks like this light, this energy coming out of her mouth, it starts to form around, and it's like a see-through bubble, and those parts looks like dark mass just kind of coming out as before your vision ends, just one last tear fall down her face. And you all wake up on the 34th. We're going to go back and change it to this.
Prime goes, oh, I slept great.
Oh God, and Prime actually did that.
No.
Oh, good.
It
You guys
fits, the
slept
probably
great?
did.
I
it fits the emo girl theme, though.
No.
Thank
So,
you.
everybody can go ahead and take a long rest.
Heyo.
I don't even know.
Didn't need it.
Dang.
Nice.
Full health.
As you all wake up,
Get the hit dice back.
the dome kind of blocking out a good portion of the sun before it slowly kind of simmers away, letting all that light in. What are you guys going to do?
I'm checking my equipment right now. Cause
I'm gonna make breakfast.
Elise is sitting there like thinking about the spells what she wants to do.
I'm going to cast sending.
everyone have a good night's rest.
Fantastic.
That's good. Had some fucked up dream.
Yeah, it was absolutely great. I loved every fucking second of it.
I bet.
Yeah, it's sarcasm, in case you didn't notice.
Oh, I noticed. Looked like she was having fun.
What are you guys going to do?
I think I want to do something. That's what I was waiting
Do
for.
your
But I cast sending, and then I didn't hear any acknowledgements, so I stayed quiet.
No, I mean, I was waiting for it too.
Oh, I wasn't sure. Normally you're like, okay, who do you send to?
I thought about it, but I don't know. I was just like, okay, I'm listening.
God, God damn it! Come on over.
I will talk to Elise first,
Mm.
You were
and
sending
I'll
to
walk up
Elise.
to Elise. No, I'll walk up to
Yeah.
Elise. That'd be a waste and a half.
Alright.
I'll walk up to Elise. Do you think Tristani's still alive?
Elise looks in the direction of her father. Well, if he's anything like him, he might be dead. I mean, he was ready to go down with the ship, so who knows if Tristani
Aragon
did that
might
too.
be a better person to talk to than on that side. Do you think I should reach out directly to this Ariel?
What do you want to know?
Want to know if they know if my father's still human?
You want to know the answer? Considering everything else that happened?
Yes.
Yeah, then you do that. I mean, you will get confirmation, I suppose, which helps. I know we took a lot of losses right now, but we'll fight back. Things are stacked up against us, but we'll do what we can.
Do you think Paragon would know how to set that thing free from the tree
Probably.
if Tristani is gone?
I mean, she probably would know maybe how to do it. I don't know if she has the ability to do it.
I assume you have to be at the tree to do it, which would possibly require sneaking into the city, which could be a whole other thing that someone will have to do.
What do you want to do? Like now?
I want to save my father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. I mean more like what do you want to do in what order right now?
I know we need to get this bow, but I feel like my father's existence is currently on a clock.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a way that even if you turn it to something else, we can get him back, but I need to be stronger to do that. To make him himself, not just.
Such a way probably doesn't work if their soul ends up corrupted or something.
I don't know. I don't know how that works exactly, but
I'm not familiar necessarily with that myself.
I mean, I don't know how soul
I
corruption
also
works to
don't know
begin
if
with.
this thing is just corrupting. When I sent him a message, I felt it connect, but it was staticky. It wasn't.
I mean, I
animate,
don't know if that's corrupting the soul per se. It's more like addling the mind,
maybe.
like the physical, because like the spell doesn't connect to the soul per se, but more like the physical body, right?
The consciousness, I thought. It can be
Yeah.
understood even if you don't understood the same language.
Yeah, I more meant like it doesn't connect you to on like the soul level.
You can make an insight if you would like. It's a very high DC, or you can make an Arcana check if you like.
Listen, Arcana is not good. It's no
Wait,
bueno.
inciting.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to check something first before I roll. Let's go, baby.
Can anybody roll?
I can give you. I can give you your
It's
insight.
right now just them two, since
Okay.
I
they're
can give you
talking about
insight
it.
a boost. Why
That's
not?
fine with me.
27.
27.
That'd be at least high enough than the DC. You do know that it may not, or there's a possibility.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's a possibility that
Darren shows up with the pigeon.
it may not just be just the receiver as well, because you do know while you guys were like at the end of the battlefield with the dragon, apparently you guys wasn't receiving anything either until like the static in the air was removed and you all got hit at once by a lot of messages.
So it could just be being blocked out by like the absolute swarm of.
There could be pretty much what you're getting is, well, there could also be other external reasons why it might not really be going
static.
through.
Because I know my mom's was the same as when I sent to her and she's asleep. Like that, it felt exactly like that, and then at least confirmed that they said she got away.
There was a difference with your mother. It was she got it. It was just she was asleep, and so she was too worn to respond or have woken up to respond or something like that. It was your father's though that came back as more staticky.
Guess I just like at least will lean down and like look at Garbu more in the eyes because he's so much taller than him. I know we gave up part of our souls right now, but we are fighting to get that back. We just have to believe in that what we're doing is that we're gonna get something back in the end for everyone.
But I had a thought that monster, the one that came from the tooth that got launched into the city, that thing was very strong. If we want to retake a city, Zeetham might be a good one to start with if we can figure out a way to release that thing. It might be a good, at least, distraction for the creatures. I don't think it has any loyalty to any faction or entity. I think it just seemed like it wanted this, and I'll kind of point to the tooth that's in my mouth. It seemed pretty focused on me.
But what if when it comes out it will just go for the tooth again?
I assume it's gonna kill anything that gets in its way.
Maybe. I mean, you can certainly try.
Just didn't know if that might be a usable plan.
Yeah, I'm also. I don't know. If I'm worried that what if they, considering that they're corrupting, if they corrupt that thing.
If they can. It seems
Yeah,
like they need to take things down to corrupt them, possibly.
it's a lot of. It seems to be willing as well. You can choose to.
Would it be willing?
I will not pretend to understand the wants of a creature of that caliber.
I could probably try messaging it if it understands any sort of.
Oh god, I guess we're getting really desperate right now.
Maybe offer it the tooth if it helps.
Well, how the fuck do we get it out of you without killing you? We've
You
tried.
have to kill me. It's what I was told. I need to die for it to come out.
Well, I don't really want to take that straight then.
I can do a glyph of warding, so as soon as I die, it would pop back up, but you'd have to pull it out as soon as I die.
No, let's not go to that extremes yet until we see our options. Let's get that.
Conversation
that-
can be had at least.
Yeah, let's go get that stupid bow that we were supposed to get, so that Prime can be amazing and
You don't already think I'm amazing?
more amazing.
Okay, that's fair.
At least outside.
Yeah, at least maybe you'll go to like average inside.
Yeah, every time I walk inside a house, I go, "Oh no!"
It's
Yeah,
like
again.
kryptonite. You just feel weak.
I guess I guess the reasoning behind is because she had so many good memories with her partner inside, and then now that they're dead, everything is corrupted inside.
Oh my god.
Because they get reminded of they get reminded of the
You
good
just made it
times.
way darker than I wanted it to be.
Oh my god.
Well,
Or
right.
maybe they have so many good memories with their partner outside that those good memories give them
No,
sort of a
no.
boost to their
I can see
spirit.
Joseph likes the dark side more. It's the dark side that is that
Well,
counts.
right now, Prime is in control.
Maybe it's up to the person playing this character to make those sort of decisions about their character.
Yeah, that's true.
But I will say though, like,
I like.
nothing. Continue, please continue.
I'm still gonna message Ariel and
Yeah,
see if
of course.
they can
I mean, it's.
confirm.
I mean,
or
it's just
offer a deal
it's
to
just one
free him.
little creature for them, right? Maybe they'll give them up willingly. Give your
What
father
is-
up willingly.
Do we know what Ariel looks like?
No fucking idea. It's
Dang
it's
it,
one of
because
it,
every time the name comes up, I think of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Also,
she's more like the she's,
Wildstar knew
she's
this was coming. Do you think that's why he
That's-
fled?
Ellie just sits there and like literally stops thinking, stops for a moment, like, if he did, fucking
Well-
strangling myself.
Wait, who?
Wildstar.
Wildstar.
Oh,
If he did, like I was gonna say, if he did, I'll fucking strangle him
DM's
myself.
like, I'm not saying
I'll
anything.
fucking take a. You know how like Ellie just looks at the guy. I'll kill him by taking a bra and strangling him with it.
You might
I
like
thought
that
he
too much.
collected panties.
No, because I want to kill him with his fucking stupid trophies. I'll take his fucking trophies and fucking kill him with it. Anyway.
What if he's Ariel? No, I'm kidding.
No. But you go talk to her, but I hope it
Garbage.
helped. I hope whatever I did yesterday helped. I tried my best.
Did we learn the name of the entity that has taken Chrisport?
No. I tried to get a name out of it, but was smart enough not to.
Clarence.
it's practically everybody besides you four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad in the background is like, now if they move it here, we could hold the city
No,
forever. Oh, you guys are coming. Erase it all.
I just look at the
Get the
whiteboard and
city
like,
of
you
Chrisport and
motherfucker.
just push it away. Problem solved.
Oh, you guys could see this. I thought you just thought I was waving like I've gone psychotic.
No. You can see the fucking whiteboard.
Oh.
And like, look at your shoulder. I've been looking all this time, and there's like a fucking metagaming pigeon sitting there, like, "Mah."
Mad erasing. Anyways.
Yeah, it's like I did my best, Garpo. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Even though it might seem like it's not good enough right now.
It sounds like the cities might be connected but autonomous. Not.
Mm.
That's my word of the
Excellent.
day. I'm allowed one.
Mm. I shoved the calendar down your throat. The page.
Sorry. It sounds like the cities might be connected, but still working. Can't use independent. That's still pretty big.
Alone?
Still working alone. Yeah, separate.
Mm.
Something. I'm not
Not
used to
co-joined.
not just. I'm not used to having to think about what I'm saying in a way that's different than like. Yeah, I
It
don't
seems
know.
that Crisport 1 is the big one that the others answer to, but they seem to be individuals.
I mean, Crisport was supposed to be the capital of the new sort of federation
Yeah,
that
whatever it was.
they were setting up with Beaumont.
Mm. Well,
Just seems
you
like
go
it's a
talk to her and see
slightly more powerful city.
what you get in return. It's not
Okay.
gonna be pretty, probably.
What the fuck is wrong with this?
I will sending Ariel. My name is Garbu. We spoke with the entity in Crisport. They said you may have my father Garen Dustman. Is there a way
Get back? I don't know if you only have 2 words.
get back? Yeah. Save him. Is there
Yeah,
a way
save him.
save him?
Yeah, that's probably better. At least it's there, like workshopping the sending.
I mean, with workshopping, I could have probably saved one word and been able to say, "Is there a way to save him?"
Mm.
When
Do you have to say it out loud, or is that because Garby's dumb?
I don't think
Yeah,
you have to.
you
It
have to
can be
say
in
you
my
have to
brain.
say that
You-
loud because it's a
In
verbal spell.
theory, I
Like
would have worked it
the
out
words you
before.
say are the spell.
I have to say it out loud for the sake of the DM hearing it.
I know,
And
but I
that's
was
the
just
verbal
wondering.
component of the spell, but I could say it in any language and it would still be comprehensible pretty much. So I could be over here saying it in Goblin.
when
I
you
can still
get
understand it.
when you get
I
a
could be saying it
reply,
in Draconic.
Still can understand it.
okay,
Dang.
when you get a reply, even the voice sounds
Alien.
like, I mean, fiendish in a way.
Nails scratching
Um,
on the chalkboard.
Fuck, I don't know what Fiendish.
Abyssal or demonic.
I do not care who you've spoken to, but could potentially work on a trade if you have something worth my time.
I look at Garb expectantly.
They said I'll explain. And then I'll be like, "Do you think a necromantic tooth might be a worthy trade?" I'll say that to Elise.
I think right now, let's weigh our options. We know, like she has unwittingly, or she has unwittingly given you at least the information that they have him.
And they can make a trade if we have
Yeah,
suitable.
suitable tribute.
Yeah.
So we need to think about, like, let's not think about your tooth too hastily. Let's find something they might want that we can then trade. And then if nothing works, we can go the hard way. Also interesting that we also got confirmed that these entities are very much, as you said, working alone, but still sort of working
Oh,
together.
yeah, very much so. They don't really seem to care about what the others have said.
So interesting. But I mean, it makes sense if they are demons. devils.
So I wonder if there's any level of infighting, possibly.
That's some good information. You know that those people up in Zilisi probably want a lot of this information, so maybe we should give them a heads up at some point.
Right, it's gonna be more than Ascending could handle.
Exactly.
Do
Exactly.
we
That's
have
why I said
any way of like communicating to them while they're asleep or something?
no,
Maybe like a dream spell?
and not
That
me.
comes next level. And I think druids can get it, but that's next
I don't
level.
know. I don't know if I can. Anyway, should we
You know who can get it? Warlocks. You know what we don't have? A warlock.
fucking warlocks? Let's go get him back, boys.
Uh,
We'll go get him.
It's also a good point, though. What's the safest way? Should we stop in Ironmere and just warn them that they should maybe try to build shelters within their mine? It's on our way, and we have a pretty good rapport.
Let's have a look. I mean, it depends on if my father wants to make himself, maybe, I don't know, if he wants to get over being upset and if he can get us home first. But then we could skip all that and you could send a message to them.
But Ironmare's maybe only an hour away, is what my thought was. It might save a 3rd level spell.
I'm just like eyeing my father right now. What is he doing right now? As I'm contemplating this question.
Pretty much like as you guys have set up to kind of like make breakfast and stuff like that, and when it's already been passed out, people eating, having these conversations, Julie has like kind of brought it over to him, and it looks like she's tried to talk to him for a little bit and kind of like is able to give him food that looks like he is somewhat reluctantly eating, but she's trying to be kind of like a, I guess you could say, supportive member. So
Man. I mean, we could go there. It just depends on. You know what? Let me go check with my father first. I just walk over as he's busy half eating. I just look at him and I'm just like, so, I know you're upset with me, and honestly, I understand. I'm not upset at you for being upset with me. I'm not sad you're being upset at me, but I am happy you're alive. But right now, we need to get going. Can you get us home?
yes.
Good. I nodded Julie and I just walked back to Garbu. So we can skip a lot of distance by going to our place. Do you want to send a message to Ting, or should we get there from the city?
Get there from the city might be better. I just
Fair enough.
don't know how well we can convey that they need to build this shelter and why they need to if they don't already know.
I mean, maybe it's not even an option for them to build
Yeah.
a shelter. Maybe just need to leave or something. Or, I mean, at least.
Even then, they'll have to pass through a lot. I don't
Yeah, the
know
problem.
which is more suitable
Yeah,
because
things are
they'll
things are
either have
pretty
to
fucked.
pass by Zetham or Drawridge, and either way they have to go through the intersection.
I
if
think
they don't just straight up
regardless,
go through the wilderness.
I think regardless of what they choose to do, I don't think we can really help an entire city move or relocate. So I think we give them the information so that they at least don't get blindsided, and they do as they see fit.
And they may already have it from any refugees that tried going to Ironmare.
Yeah, they might already know. But I see you want to go there, so we'll go there.
Thank you.
I'll just
The
let
little
everyone eat
rat
their
in my
breakfast.
armor just like also squeaks twice in a thank you manner.
I feed him cheese.
Once
You
the-
just see like
As
randomly
soon
put
as we
cheese in
get
your
back,
armor.
he goes and informs the entire rat mafia of what has happened.
Well, unless
God, that rat has seen some shit.
Sure has.
Probably has PTSD or PTSR, post-traumatic stress rat disorder.
well, let's
Okay.
get to the city then. When
Flash of genius.
So you guys head to Iron Mare. Do you walk, fly, ride? Just curious. The way
let's see. Considering
It's
that we
maybe a
want to
few
get-
hours walk, but
How long did the Eagles fly again in an hour? Remind me.
they
Pretty-
do 30 in an hour, I think it is.
pretty fucking far.
Yeah, I'm just
30 or
like because I
45.
no, it's more like not for now. It's for later because I need to. Because we need to get the Ares Gate as well, preferably today.
It's hard to do because of where the thing was placed.
Because like we're gonna go from here,
It's
so from the
between
mountain.
it's somewhere between 15 and 30 miles to get to Ironmare from where we are. But I can't do an exact because of where the thing was placed.
Probably. Well, I mean, whatever. It's like it's sort of like here. It's like. Anyway, I'm more like thinking from later on, like getting from here to here. I was like, I'm just trying to ration up my spells. I mean, I guess we can get there in like several hours, and I have spellcast for 5 hours if I burn everything to get to Ares Gate. Preferably don't want to, but I mean, if I have to.
Mm.
I mean, we can just walk there, I suppose. Or
Okay.
I mean, yeah, because
It's
if you want
maybe
to
like
say,
a half day's walk, isn't it? Because it was a full day's travel from Ironmare up to Crisport when we
blah,
walked.
okay, fine, whatever.
That was my cart too.
Oh yeah, it was cart.
How long does it take for us to get there, Joseph?
On foot.
Yeah, on foot. I just want to know our options.
On foot, because each one is a. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. On foot, each hex is 15 miles. So take 2 hexes. You guys are kind of like, I would honestly say half the day. Just kind of like by walking, because it's at least 15
Fine.
miles.
Fine, I'll summon the eagles and put myself into an eagle. I can't be arsed.
It's ridiculous that like a whole day's walk is reduced to an hour just by being on foot.
Yeah, like I'm just like even
Well,
less reduced than less than an hour.
Again, because of the fact these are also, mythic creatures, if you will, that you're not.
Yeah, they're giant eagles.
Well, not
Yeah.
giant eagles, but the fact that they're just fey in a sense, and they're not something that they stay
don't die
around
out.
constantly. Yeah, so the fact that a lot of the times it's
They
dashing.
exist for an hour and then poof into a non-existence, pretty much.
Yeah, so not only do they go their max, typically the idea of a slight calculation is also using a little bit of dash. So unless it's being specified, a lot of the times the way I'm viewing it is it's not a, put your hands in the air and kind of enjoy the wind. It's like put your head down and like hope nothing just hits you as you fly.
Yeah,
Because
keep your mouth closed.
you guys go pretty fast. But anyways,
Yeah,
so
I'll just burn a spell. We'll just go there. Like
Okay.
I just don't want to waste time.
This is gonna be horrible because I probably shouldn't offer up this item. Do you have anything else that you're attuned to?
What do you want to give up? What are we talking about?
It's a ring of spell refueling that Clarence gave me that I should hang on to for sentimental reasons, but mechanic-wise might be better suited in Elise's hand because I already have an ability where I can restore some low-level spell slots.
What does spell refueling do exactly?
This ring refuels spells up to the same level as however many items you're attuned to, and it counts for attunement, so it would be a minimum of 1. So if you have anything else you're attuned to,
I'm
you could-
attuned to 2 items right now.
so it would be 3. You could get a 3rd level spell back.
I mean,
Once
yeah, that means
per
we
day.
could have another travel.
That's what I'm saying. Is this ring might be better suited in Elisa's hands, as
I mean, we can let's put it like this.
horrible as that is for.
We can
just
we
saying.
can give it to Elise during the times that during the days that we travel.
Yeah.
And
Girl
then
will be like,
and
"Here,
then-
Elise, can you borrow this and attune
let's-
to it overnight?"
yeah, exactly. It takes me like a little bit, and then we can give it back to you when we're not traveling, or like, and if we're fighting, then I have it. You know,
Let's just sign this contract that you're only borrowing it.
at least it's just like at least just really like of course, like really big, elaborate signature.
okay, so
Should
Alright,
maybe
right.
tone it down a bit.
It makes more mechanical
I
sense.
will move it over if you will just take it.
I mean, just put it in the fucking. I know that I'm attuned to 3. Just keep it, and I just because I'm gonna give it back every time I don't need it.
Well,
But
it's
then
th-
that means
it's
attuning to it every night.
it's there in your equipment regardless, so that you know at least
Oh,
it's
just-
there.
What if I just trade you for some small magic item you have and we can trade back at some point in the future?
I mean, what do you want?
He wants the slug.
The
She
what?
doesn't have that anymore. It
Wait,
died.
what?
No,
The
no,
little
it got
gelatin thing.
bullied. I got bullied.
Yeah. I would have totally used it. Be like, give me it. I want to eat it. Give that me.
That was
Give
what I
me
thought
that.
you were
You
gonna try
have
to
ring.
do.
No, she doesn't have that anymore. But if she did, 100% I'd have been like, give it to me.
I thought
I
she
mean,
still
if you want
did.
if you want the heartbeat bracelet, you can have that one.
What's that?
It changes color every time your heart beats.
Really?
What's it
Yeah.
taste like?
Sounds
Oh, sorry.
interesting.
I mean, if you want,
That
if you
is a
want to
good
hold on,
question.
Easy there, Prime. Your clearance
if
is
you want to
showing.
hold on to that whilst I'm holding on to your ring, if that makes you feel better.
Makes sense. A bracelet for a ring. I'll
Okay.
hold on
Yeah,
to
I
the
mean,
bracelet,
is
you hold on to the ring. I'll consider this a friendship bracelet.
very good.
I
It
will.
also makes me know if you're alive or not.
Just remember the ring is mine.
Yeah,
If
of
you
course I do.
die, does the
My
color go out all
precious.
the way? Or does the color stay the same as the last heartbeat?
It's a good question. We'll have to find
I mean,
out.
what if you hold the bracelet
Prime
in the
pulls
air?
an
Or
arrow
just-
at Garbu.
It's killing.
So, anyways,
Nick pulls the arrow.
so you guys make it to Iron Mare.
It's Iron Man in One Piece. Or is it fuck?
As you kind of like fly around, anybody and everybody can make perception checks.
Really bad. I'm really good at those.
I thought you were about to say you're really bad at those. I was like, well,
How do you
then
do
I'm
that?
terrible then.
How do you do
I'm
that?
apparently bad at it.
17?
8! Or no, 10. No, 15.
You lost
I
to
don't know
What?
what.
Garbu.
You
Wait,
rolled
what
3
the heck
times.
just happened?
He rolled a lot.
Wow. Okay.
I
I
know.
clicked it
That's why
once.
I was like, what?
So most.
Can we take the
Once.
lowest roll?
It doesn't help that all of your tokens are so dark that it
They
looks
are.
like 4 rolls that are all the same.
Yeah.
So 15 and higher, I'd say all of you almost notice practically nobody in the streets. There, you occasionally spot one or a couple of people who seem to like dart to one areas to the other.
Okay. Considering that it seems that shit's fucked, then we'll just land straight in front of the what is it, manor,
Castle, fort, manor, whatever word.
whatever the fuck the guy has,
Okay.
Chateau.
You guys,
palace.
as the eagles kind of land and kind of just sit there as you guys kind of hop off. I mean, it's quiet.
Too quiet. Sorry, I always wanted to say that.
I look at
So,
Argo. What's the chances of that fucking guy came back and fucked the city up? So we're dealing now with that stuff.
Non-zero. You want me to
Okay.
send him a message? That seems like a waste when you could just point to the building and see if he's in there.
I mean,
You
I
could
will.
point and try.
I'm gonna think
Try
about what's
him,
his name.
try the dad.
I'm gonna try. What's his name? The guy we turned the good guy again. Alex.
Axel.
Axel. That was it.
Axel.
Same. Correct letters, different order.
That is true.
Like he was like one of the guard bullshit guys. I will send because I have 5. I have multiple chances anyway. I'll just point at the building and just like think about him. Like, sup, you guys in here? Everything okay? City seems kind of empty.
You get no reply.
Okay, I try Lord Thingy, Iron Man. The son, not the father. Same thing.
I'm trying to find his name.
It's Lord Iron at this point.
Oh yeah, first name though.
As a mom, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm on.
As you do that,
There were like multiple A names.
you get a
Yeah,
reply
there was.
back. I assume that's you who probably just landed in the yard.
I said
The flying creatures. I just realized that they probably got absolutely terrified when we first
I just
landed.
said like, it's like Elijah says back. Oh, sorry, bad taste. Yes, that's us. It's not the other things.
Okay, how about you come inside pretty quickly? I'd hate to have any of those things come by here. That'd be great. Thank you. Now, come on, hurry up.
I was like, I was like, get inside.
So, as all of
the
you-
eagles follow inside too. Like,
Well, no, there'd be double doors.
would it be double doors? It would be.
Yeah.
The eagles can just stay in the foyer as one of them walks in and just drops a giant white puddle with a black bead.
No,
in the
they
center.
don't poop. They're fake creatures. They don't need to poop. They're
They can poop
creatures.
if they want to, can't they?
So,
Yeah, but no, I
anyways,
expressly command them not to.
as
You command them not to shit.
as you guys get close to the door, both of them kind of like open up, and you guys kind of funnel in. As you do, though, you like immediately greeted by swords and spears. But you can kind of like you guys, depending on your reactions, don't really take hostile yet, but you can hear kind of heavy footsteps. As you can hear a little bit of an echo. Friendly, friendly. You guys know 'em. Put your spears down.
Is it Francis? Francis Rafetier?
No, this is
Aw.
Amon.
It's Lord Iron Man.
This is Amon. Okay.
As he kind of is like trying to come down the steps as quick as possible without tumbling and falling. He's just, sorry.
Wait, can you roll a dex check on that? I actually do want him to fall.
And tell me if it's low, then I can give him a bonus to make him not fall.
Yeah. Or penalty it to make him fall.
She can only do bonuses today. She has 2.
Oh,
It is
Did you roll a bonus?
It is an even roll.
Is he looking like he's falling or not?
He's just trying to quickly get down to like
Okay.
make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm just saying, like, if he was like looking like he was falling, I'd be like, no.
But no, he
Maybe I'm a
makes it down.
horrible person for laughing.
All the spears kind of stand down and stuff like that. Some kind of like you can hear a little bit of like, sorry, as some of
Yeah,
them
it's okay.
does seem to recognize some of you guys, and it's just we've heard, got all warnings, and most of the people have already been evacuated to the mimes, and
Oh, great.
I look at Garb, I'm like,
That's exactly what I was worried about, but sounds like they already had a plan in place.
yes, we've being close to Crisport and their emergency plans, they heavily recommended we had one of our own in case of just any situations of the sorts. And let's just say if we were attacked, we would have died. It was a complete massacre. People didn't know what to fucking do. I realize I'm gonna have to drill this a couple of times so that people can understand. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, welcome back.
Maybe you should just pull a dwarven style thing and just now the city's in the mine. Forget the above ground city.
No, I
don't
like
do
my
that
wine.
now.
At least I mean, at least for the foreseeable future, not
Anyway,
permanent, but
I will. Okay, so Crisport, Beaumont, Zetum, Drawwich have all four been attacked by flying vampire-esque creatures.
not just attacked but taken.
Yeah, and taken. I mean, attacked. I would say massacred is the correct word.
As some of the soldiers, like a little bit
And you're
gas and
smack
what?
dab in the
and-
middle.
Well,
Literally.
maybe we'll be fortunate enough and they won't venture throughout the lands.
It seemed to be a bit iffy at the moment what they're gonna do, but I think we
would
like.
doubt
I
that.
think I agree with Garbo that we would at least come here and let you guys know what's going on, what areas are, I would say, lethal,
Mm. Well,
I
and
think planning to try to, for as long as possible, hold up in the mines is the best bet currently.
we can.
Just in case they do plan to take more.
I've been having some of my soldiers continue gathering more and more supplies that's throughout the town. We can. If I really wanted to put harsh conditions, we could maybe last for 3 months. But that's when.
I mean,
You just need to last a month if we're being honest. Or look over at Elise.
okay, so here's the other thing that's gonna happen. Oh my god, like shit's
There's
going.
a lot.
There's a lot going
How
down,
about
and I wish.
how about he's like, how about we take this back up to my chambers?
Sure, there's a lot of things going
Yeah.
on.
Plan for a month, prepare for a century.
What?
I don't
What?
know.
Anyways,
It
just
sounded cool in my head.
Just-
Garbu's trying to sound smart.
come with me, please. And
I think
he
only one of us are gonna make it past a century.
he
Actually,
already
I could
halfway
live to
there.
120.
Me, Julie, my father.
Well, I meant
can all
in
make
the
it.
he
Four.
escorts you guys back to his chambers. He did ask if the eagles can stay because they
Yeah,
won't.
of course they can stay. It's just like I will actually desummon them
Bring-
because we don't need them
bring
anymore.
the eagles with. That'd be fine.
I just
They come with
I
us
just-
to the chamber.
But
I'll
ev-
desummon. I'll desummon.
but
They're
everybody's
very soft. You could probably use the feathers for something.
but everybody
That's
is brought
different.
into his office, and he's just "Oh, sorry about that. I'd prefer if there is, and what it sounds like, more dire news. The rest of the men don't lose whatever kind of moral they have left, or morale that they have left.
Well, so this is the whole deal. I will go into explaining the basic idea of what's gonna happen, not like into going into extreme detail, but the basic idea of like what's gonna happen in a month and what has happened in those cities from as far as we've gleaned, without going into gruesome details.
Well, that sounds terrible. Well, maybe if there is a way to evacuate, we could go by sea, but we don't make boats. We have no fleet. If
I mean,
If-
I guess the if you have people who can talk to to Slissy, you can maybe go up into the northwest until on that little thingy there, and then ask if they can come and get you.
well, we can, if we wanted
Because
to,
right now 3 dragons are there.
if we wanted to make it
Yeah,
quick, and
he's pretty solid.
he does kind of roll out a little bit of map and show. He's like, we have collected things from the Heroes of Mayor Tides. Not really shipments of any kind, just, basic, like, very basic, kind of like fishing, and that's about it.
Mhm.
So we do kind of have a good direct path if we were to go this way, but we would be in open constantly. If they are able to meet us on the back end, then we maybe would stand a little bit more of a chance.
I mean, I
But
guess that's something that you need to coordinate with them to begin with, because I don't know what their options are right now.
The tunnel that we had gotten in that went all the way under the mine, it was heading. Do I have my thing out? No. It was heading
Heading-
this way, wasn't it?
the tunnel that you guys were in was going down, though.
Just down. It didn't go over at all.
So
It
it's more
it
like
went
here.
in a lot of directions, but it casually and was consistently going down. Not
Like
steep.
south.
Yeah, not steep. Just it will go decline in elevation, maybe plateau a little bit, and then continue declining in elevation.
Well,
Okay, I
regardless,
didn't know
I think
if maybe that might be a good way to.
No.
I think regardless, it's like talk to them, see what's possible, and figure out what your options are. Because I think staying here is like literally you're in the kill zone. Like you're in between all four of them.
Well, thank you very much for the heads up. We haven't really heard anything else besides the one warning, and I did my best to just take it as serious as possible.
Yeah, things is very dire.
Have your father or what was the name of that other guy?
We didn't never knew.
Never knew.
Have your father or the orc guy ever shown back up?
Not as far as I'm aware of, no.
I was just curious.
I mean, if he wants to be the king of or the lord of this right now, then I mean, I don't know.
Maybe he makes a deal with that entity.
Fuck off.
I would honestly have no clue where he is or where he could
Yeah,
have
that's-
gone.
I mean,
I
But
think
that-
I
as I
sent a
said, like
message to the orc guy recently, and he was just like,
I'll be coming or something, right?
yeah, he was like taunting. What an
Well,
idiot.
He's on the list of people who want to fuck our shit up. So I
Okay.
guess he gets to wait his turn.
That sounds like you have something going for you, I guess.
Well, many things.
Take a punch card.
So here, like, this is the best we can do right now. I mean, we're just several people and we have other things to do, but this is the best we can do. And give you a warning, a heads up, more knowledge about what happened.
What are X and Thoric doing during all this, by the way?
X has just been minding his own business. Like
He's just sitting there like,
even though he's escorted up there, like he's just back against the wall and just doesn't
Arms
seem like
crossed,
he cares.
doesn't care.
Thoric, on the other hand, it's hard to gauge right now.
He wants to say something, but he's like, "Fuck off!" I don't want to say.
His almost like looking at him seems like doom. Like his whole face, kind of like a really good representation is like the more recent seasons of Attack on Titans, with their face just constant, just darkness on them as they're just maybe
where
in
they
their
do 1,000-yard stare with absolute horror.
yes,
God, spoilers. Kidding.
but so Julie is kind of just casually listening, kind of trying to figure and understand more of what's going on, and seems to understand more and more. So she's at least listening, but the other two, give or take.
So, you guys do what you deem is best, and we will try to fight whatever is coming at every opportunity. But
I would recommend maybe taking the back path instead of trying to go past Crisport, though. If that's what you're trying to avoid.
yeah, depends
Because
what's
if-
listening option as well.
Well, if you go this way, then you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Like it is bad there. Like don't underestimate how bad it is. It's extremely bad.
So if you're gonna communicate with them, try to see if they'll go around. It might take you longer, but
If they have
it's probably the safer option.
if they have the supplies and is able to do so, then yeah, I'd be more than glad to take the more easier route, or the safest
There's also
route.
no
but
longer as big of a threat on the sea from the dragon. There are the flying creatures, but they least the dragon's not out there.
Sounds like maybe the threat is the same.
Yeah.
Death
Oh,
regardless.
Honsu has been slain.
I point to Elise.
Well,
I shrug.
that is something, I guess. Unfortunately,
it's,
it sounds like we traded one thing for another, but
That's true, but I mean, just saying that, like, forward now, they seem to be minding their own business, so at least he won't be randomly attacked by a dragon who thinks it's a good idea.
all right. Well, thank you for the heads
Well-
up, and we'll try to get our preparations well underway.
Well, I hope you make it out. And if not, I hope you stay safe.
Thank you, and the same to you all. Was hoping the next time you guys ever stop by and visit, we can have like a little, I don't know, celebration or party, but
Yeah, we'll have to take a rain check on that one.
a rain check I
Yeah.
shall wait for. But I don't want to hold you up anymore. I need to try to go ahead and get started on what I can try to do from my end.
Well, good luck is all I can say.
Thank you. The same to you all.
Oh yeah, can we just get like a side room to do like, do some magic stuff and then leave?
Yeah, sure. Use one of the guest rooms. That'd be
Sure.
very efficient.
Thank you. As we get there, I'll just look at my father. Well, shall we get going? Make this mess
This is
less of a
nice.
mess.
Just kind of nods, doesn't say anything. As you guys get in there, it is a to probably some of you, this is about a little bit bigger than the size of my room, and this is a guest room.
What the
This
fuck?
is the size of my whole house, I think is what I said last time we were here, and what Garbu says again as we walk in.
But nevertheless, your father goes into preparations, and you can have, brought the eagles. It would definitely be a squeeze for them.
No, they're desummoned. I don't.
Okay.
They're gone.
So
I'm not
he
gonna mess with that shit.
Have them come with us all the way.
Nah,
he
I'm
And
does
then they immediately despawn because it's been an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's completely pointless.
So he does the ritual as the portal kind of like opens on the ground, and then at least as you're used to, but for everybody else, as the portal opens up on the ground, it's like it starts to levitate off the ground. Well, you can see the floor again, but the portal itself kind of just hovers up a little bit and slowly tilts. And he's like, just gestures everybody to go through. And as all of you start to go
Is there
through,
like a time limit?
I make sure
or-
I make sure that he goes through before me because I don't want him to fucking do something stupid.
fine, easy enough. But everybody goes through it. And as if somebody was on the other, like the same end but never gone through, the portal just kind of tilts back around, and as it falls back to the ground, it just disappears. But you all are now in, to some of you have seen it before, to some not, the house of Elise. Somewhere there.
Cool.
Oh,
We're
fuck.
back.
I hate magic.
Magic is great.
Your house is huge. Again.
Your dad
I'm just like,
instantly
Elise,
just,
as they get
Bravo.
out of the port, Elise is like eyes peeled for her mother, and just like,
like your father just, once he kind of comes through and you and everybody kind of comes through, you see he's just instantly walking to his room and goes to shuts the door. Julie just
I'm just like keeping an eye out for my mother. I'm just like literally like,
Is there any sign of current habitation?
Dun 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 dun
In the-
dun
in the
dun
house?
dun 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 dun.
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's the same as you've seen it before. It's not dusty, it's clean.
You want me
Uh,
to send a message to your mom?
I'm just like, let's first see if she's around.
Do you want to try sending her a message?
I mean, I'll
There's
just ask one of. I'm
almost
just waiting for the storm to
almost
roll in.
instantly, as you all kind of start to step out into the rooms, through like the main living room, an image
Why it's
just
getting
kind of
cold.
like appears, and it's just Tell me what? As just like from kind of like from her shoulders to head, just almost like emerge out of nowhere, and it's just
And he's just like, oh shit.
what is going on?
And he just looks at their father going away, and it's just like, you mom.
Happy to see you too, mother. Like, shush! The room just vibrates and echoes a little bit. I
I
would
left my oven on.
I would say almost anybody, probably besides Garbu and X at the moment. It is starting to get a little stuffy in here, in this room.
Oh, warm? Oh no. Oh no.
Explain
comfortable to me.
now. Why is what's with the warning? Is everybody okay? And why has nobody sent me anything?
I can't. I will explain. Dad's over there. He's really upset and sad. But I saved him and Julie from death. And Crisport, Vermont, Zeetum, and Drauge have fallen to weird vampire creatures.
What? As the whole, like, just the house itself seems to shake.
I hide. I hide. I take a vase and I put it in front of my head. I'm like, hey.
Garver, even you start now to notice this room is getting pretty hot. Everybody else, you're like,
I cast absorb elements on
You were
myself.
I'm too damn old to be sweating this much.
you guys are sweating.
I just look at the picture of my mother from behind the face. I did my best, I promise.
What do you mean from death?
But
Mom,
bully
please,
dad me.
please. Like, she's hiding behind, like the chair that looks like it's kind of melting a little, and she's just, like, kind of, like, having to, like, wants to hide and hold it as protection, but, like, a little bit of steam's coming off. Garbu.
I'll begin performing a funeral ceremony for Elise and her
You-
sister.
Absorb element, right? That just reduces.
No, I was kidding. I'm not actually casting it.
Oh, okay.
It would just do half damage again, I think. So then I'd be half damage. Or no, I'm thinking of something else. But
Garbu,
it was
because the
just meant as a joke.
okay, because though you're kind of like the first one only because the fact you're in just like a lot of armor and stuff, and because you're reduced a lot though, you take 1 point of fire damage.
You're cooking.
And like Julie's just like, Mom, please, we'll
I
explain.
now have 69 hit points.
Please calm down. We okay, because it's getting really stuffy in here. Oh, it's getting stuffy, is it? Here, let me cool you off. And it just
Elise just looks at Julie. Why did you say that?
almost like an ice storm just emerges in there.
I'm just like,
Fat, I'm turning myself into a very hairy creature, like a furbog or something.
Hold on. We'll do.
Half tempted to cast heat metal on myself.
We're gonna do sleet storm. All of
boy.
you, just
Oh,
this
Jesus.
whole room is covered in ice. Everybody, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
no. I fail. Fuck my life. Prime is indoor and it's, like, is it outside? Is there a door open? Is there a window
No,
open?
no, to be fair, right now we are inside, but we're having outside effects on the
True.
inside.
Window.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just look at the window that's open and I'm like, oh, that's fine.
I think I failed.
oh, there's a draft in here. I still have my power, dude. Prime is just
I
insane.
can see the outside.
Okay, so X, he like as he's like kind of like propped himself against the wall as this started happening, like
He fucking slips
Mo-
and falls on his face.
most of you are like kind of more watching this phase, like the illusion of Elise's mother. But even like as the room gets hotter and stuff, his eyes like gets wider and is like, fuck. And then like just his instant coding is like, this thing, oh fuck. As he just he fucking eats it.
He rolled a nat
and-
one.
And it's
Oh
one
my
of those
God.
as he's like he wants to be. This is one of
He
those.
just stays still.
This is one of those Dragon Ball Z abridged Vegeta moments as he wants to push up, but he's like, I don't know if that's a good choice. But he doesn't. He's not allowing anybody else to see, but he's just like, I don't know what to do.
Like never, like the nothing is worse than a mother angry.
And then we'll even roll Julie's. Okay, Julie and Garbu. Cause what is? Let me go to hers.
Wait, I can give myself a bonus so I don't eat it. There, 17.
17.
That should hopefully be enough
Okay.
to not eat
Yeah,
it.
let's hope so.
Yes, just just a little
Just
bit.
enough.
But yeah, Garbu and Julie, like as she's sitting, like kind of froze over and like falls over for a moment. Garbu, you're like trying to get used to the heat before like you were like shivering in all this armor and kind of plop to the ground. But after
Garbu falling away, he can see X.
No, I feel like Garbu just kind of falls and then like starts doing that like when a toddler falls at like the ice skating rink and just starts like spinning.
slowly spinning, just moving.
Yeah.
Like sees X on the ground and X is just like
He just like spins past X and just they make eye contact for a split second.
So at
Like
least
Garbu didn't roll that low, but he just the
Just
toddler
starts
who's wearing
making,
too
like-
many layers of jacket just like stuck.
do you explain to your mother what happened or anything?
Yeah, I leave out nothing. Like Elisa's scared for her life.
Jesus, are you
Okay.
trying to kill us all now? You're
Um,
telling her everything?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know that if I don't tell my mother everything, she's gonna fucking kill me.
She's gonna
so
kill you if you do tell her everything.
No,
Okay.
it's like
all right. So as you kind of go
What's the
to
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
as you kind of
it's
go
like-
to explain all of this stuff, like it's just like the room keeps getting colder and colder, getting harder to explain, but it dies down just a little enough for you to still explain what's happening. And then when you kind of get done,
I mean,
just-
it's like now we're on our way to get an ancient artifact from Ares Gate to fight everything. That's it. Promise.
Oh my fucking god, it's fucking cold in here.
Prime's over there just cuddled in a big fluffy blanket.
Fuck is you gonna blanket?
It's
I mean, there's
mine.
plenty of blankets.
Oh my
Get
fucking.
your own.
Nicole, like there's a
That's what
blanket
I'm
on like this little area you go to get it, but it's like completely frozen solid.
It's like it's Tom and Jerry, like one sheet.
Just shatters.
Ouch.
Shadows on their head.
Oh my god.
But as you explain all of this and just like it dies down a little bit, and she's just, we'll have this talk later.
Also, Dad is very emo.
I don't even know what to say, and just vanishes. And
Oh,
as
God.
she
Prepare
vanishes,
yourself. like Elise just like hides even like Elise just goes to Julie and like hides behind the chair as well.
as she vanishes, the room, in a very sudden, quick, of rapid accession, you guys are now floating in water. That is like, kind of like your heads are almost touching the ceiling of just how much water, and it was a instant, like a flash flood type thing. Don't even know where it came from, but as it's there,
I'm
like
not floating. I'm at the bottom still.
you're holding your breath.
I weigh too much.
as you're down there, you could go ahead and just make a perception check for me.
Look for a
24.
plug.
You see kind of like underneath part of the sofa that doesn't seem to be floating. You see X, who's like staring at something, and he's points to it and tries to swim, and it looks like he's trying to pull like a plug.
Plug.
I'll toddle over there in my armor.
You get over there, and he's just kind of grabs you and like you feel as though he's trying to force you over here, but it's still like that underwater like thing, and both of you really pull until it pops, and then everybody starts to spin and spin
Okay.
and spin and spin and
Oh,
spin
God. I'm too fucking over
until the water is completely gone. You guys are fine. Yes, though, do make a Constitution saving throw.
I just did it to see. There's no point. Just assume I pass.
Look,
Would I have spun if I weighed too much for the
yeah, no,
water to
Garbu and X
carry
is
me?
fine. And I guess I should do.
Great for being heavily armored.
She
Uh-oh.
beats it.
Julie is like on the ground huffing just constant water out. And what's weird, as she huffs more water out, it, like, in a strange sense, just gets pulled to the hole. This room looks incredibly sparkly now. Nothing seems to be
clean.
moved. No of the paintings, vases.
Thank God my ex-wife wasn't a magic person.
I swear
What?
to God, like I look
Oh.
at Julie, I'm like, so this is
Oh
like
my
dad
God.
fucking instantly because he knew what was coming.
Yes. But now what's happening in there? And like
Do you think she's there? Oh no.
like kind of looking down a little bit towards the direction, it's just pitch black darkness. You guys can't see down there. It's just pure.
I just look at X. So I know you're looking for like fights and shit, right? And you're like, I want to fight glorious fight. My mother, when she's angry, is the most dangerous lethal enemy you'll ever face in your life.
You should just put her up against
As-
Hanzu. She could have killed him single-handedly.
as he's kind of like trying to like a little bit let some of the water go, and I don't like to fight people's mothers. That seems off.
Yeah.
And just
Good
kind of
excuse.
tries to go
Good excuse.
tries to go sit against the wall.
I heard your arm hit the ground.
I was about to say everybody's somebody's mother, which is
Yeah.
something Garbu would say, which is completely incorrect.
Yeah.
But-
And I also just look at X like I also heard you totally beef it.
He's just there is nothing else to say.
You know what? Garbu would have said it. He'd be like, everybody is somebody's mother.
That's not
But-
true because some people are not women.
So, anyways, what do you guys
Garbu
do?
just like thinks about it.
I just look at Julia like I mean like okay, this is shouldn't take the entire day, right?
Yeah,
Should we like give them like an hour or two to like beef it out together?
maybe. I mean, you guys seem like though you need to go and take care of some business, though, right?
That's true, but I think mom maybe might be very angry if I left instantly.
You know, you're not wrong. But
Let's give them a little bit, and then otherwise we go and look into the pit of darkness. I guess then we might have to venture into the pit of darkness and brave the
Ass.
things that are more scary than fighting a big ass fucking dragon.
um
I'm
Couldn't you
I'll
just
stay,
do
I'll
your
stay here.
point and ask?
No, because then that's even worse. I think it's better to ask in person.
No.
It's like
don't
imagine that
do it.
when I
Listen, point and ask your dad to ask if they're done.
so
I feel like he's the lesser of two threats currently.
a few hours have gone by.
okay,
It is nothing
Maybe
is
as long
nothing
as
has changed.
I look at Julie and I'm just like,
Look,
should
I'm-
I?
no.
I turn to Elise and say, maybe we just leave a note and leave it all on Julie's shoulder for the reaction that they'll give.
You can. I'll let you know if
Wow,
something
that's-
changes. You told Mother what you were doing. I'm sure she would understand. I
Yeah,
think.
just make sure that Dad doesn't fucking do something stupid. He's super fucking emo right now.
Yeah. Wait. Are you telling me I have to go in there?
No, I'm just like when they come out, when they do something.
We'll always remember you, Julie. You know,
I mean, you're the older sister. Why am I supposed to do everything? Why did
But
I think I saved you?
She puts her
Just kidding.
hand on your shoulder and she's like, this might be the only sacrifice I might be able to do. Prime, do you think you can go check on my father?
Oh my god. Wow.
Insight.
Mm-mm.
I was like, hold it 1 second.
You
Is
know,
that a suggestion spell?
wait, was it a suggestion spell?
It
No.
should have been.
She.
Aw.
This would have been
Will it be?
hilarious.
Will it
I
be?
was gonna say,
I'm
like,
just against her will. Well, actually, you can't suggest somebody do something that could harm them, right?
I
That
did
they
it.
know is harmful.
I did
We
it
just
for
have to know.
like, would she do it? I don't think so. Your mother is quite impressive, though.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from the other side of the room. Did you say Nick was going to
It's
do
time to
it?
take your responsibility as an older sister. You owe me for saving your life.
She has a point.
Elise.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What's happening to me?
Diarrhea.
Oh, jeez.
I need.
Get it in the plug! Don't dare in the plug!
Yeah, it starts looking for the litter box.
Hold on.
What save am I rolling?
Hold on.
I was just like, what save am I rolling?
I'll be
I know
back
it
in a
is.
moment.
Make
She's gonna
a
get like,
wisdom saving throw.
I'm really good at those.
she's gonna get like
Don't
death
suck now.
gripped into the other room.
Natural
Natural
1, let's go, baby.
Okay.
Or is it a charm?
No. You are now polymorphed into a little kitty.
Motherfucker.
And she picks you up and, unless you want to go down there, little kitty, I suggest you be quiet. Prime, what was
The
that?
cat-
You
the
said
cat- the
you.
cat- the cat bites her in the finger.
She's, oh, you little son. I'm going to truck you down there if you keep doing that. Prime, you said you were going, right? Nick?
I'll walk over and then I'll pick up the cat and I'll start petting it and I'll be like, "You really should go."
No, I really should
The
not.
the cat goes meow.
Ow.
Can you at least turn her back?
When somebody older than me goes,
Fine.
I am the older
I'll
sister.
do it.
I get to
The
choose.
cat is making motions for Prime. Let me at her. Let me at her. I'll take her on time.
And then I'll toss her at her and I'll start walking in there.
Okay. So as like
I'm scratching Julie. I'm trying to do damage to break her concentration.
so
Wait,
Prime.
what am I supposed to say? I don't know what I'm supposed to
So
say.
Prime
So
as
what's going on?
okay, so Elise got turned into a cat because Julie polymorphed her, told her to be quiet, and continued to try to suggest Prime to go down. So Prime, as you kind of toss the cat to Catties,
Julie's gonna get tagged.
yeah, Julie's getting attacked. Like in the background, as you kind of like find this a little bit of humorous, as they're like legitly a grown elf fighting with a little cat. You turn to face the hallway. You never felt so tiny in your life. Everything seems huge. It's like you're a size of an ant looking into this room. Like just the hallway.
Can I turn back around to them?
they see like a million miles away.
You turn back around and like you see like just a couple of feet like from you, like nothing has changed behind you, but you just look back down the hallway again and it's just your instinct is telling you like another good instant from a good anime is you're staring death. You're legitly, your instinct is like you're walking into death.
That's still good. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna grab Julie by the shoulders and I'm gonna do that to her so that she can see that.
The cat is still like all over.
She's holding
Yes.
the cat, and as you grab hold of her and kind of thrust her a little bit just in front to show her, both the cat and her just stop, almost like their soul left their bodies. Like it's like they're dead.
It just like stops mid scratch. Like
Yeah, they're dead.
And then I'll turn them back around.
They like it's like it takes a second for the breath to come back, and then they kind of look at each other like a solid pack of like pushing you away to go hide.
The cat
Got any
hides on the
threes,
sofa.
Carver?
Ladies, I'm not going in there.
the
Well,
cat, you see
then-
the cat peeks his head from under the sofa and nods.
Then I guess you gotta volunteer somebody else.
Like the cat is curious and looks at X and is curious about how you react to like looking at it.
X is like looking
Look.
out the window, like his face is against the window and just.
He's so scared. He is so fucking scared. He doesn't want to admit it. But he's so fucking scared. He is shitting fucking bricks. He just doesn't want to admit it. I think everyone is just shitting bricks here.
You like magic and stuff. Why don't you go?
Yeah, you need some magic motivation. I cast command and say go.
Wait, who do
The
you
person who just tried to convince me.
On Prime.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
a wisdom save?
I already used it. It's
You're good at
fine.
those. but-
Yeah.
Well, this is
Oh,
He
dang
means
it.
Prime is the worst person to target with anything.
I know.
I go back. I like literally run straight at him and like try to pin him on the ground.
You easily do so at this, like it's just like one of those like sudden like rapid succession, like whoa.
Are you
We're
trying
also
to kill
all
me,
already
child?
terrified.
Are you trying
You
to
tried
kill me?
to kill
child?
me.
No, I
You tried-
asked. You commanded.
And I thought you were asking for magical help because I didn't want to hear the end of your sentence.
I will slowly get up and look at him, and then I'll show my teeth. Not say anything.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an
All
intimidation
motion.
check.
Oh man, I don't think I'm good at this. Oh, okay.
Oh hell yeah. Prime is good. Prime doesn't care. Prime is good.
You have a positive number today too.
Oh yeah, wait. Should I give you more so that Garber's extra intimidated? Sure. The
Sure.
cat looks from under the sofa.
Yay! 21.
Garver, just make a wisdom just do a wisdom
I have to
check.
Reset Foundry.
That's fine. Just make a wisdom check against just to see if that intimidates you or not.
Probably does.
I'm a scary cat, okay?
Just a straight up wisdom check.
Nikolai is gonna
Mm-mm.
hide from me.
Roll stealth check. Roll stealth check.
Yeah, you gotta roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
We see you. We see your feet behind the
It's higher than that. I know where he is.
Our
Our
let's
passive
see.
higher than
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
So yeah.
it works.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean that's
Combo's
a pretty
going.
good intimidation.
Garber's going, baby.
Give me a second. I'm trying to get my game to load because of Forge being dumb.
And when
I
is
love
it
it
not?
how it just
I
goes
can't
into
even
the
see what I rolled.
Everyone
You
is
rolled a
so
19.
fucking
Oh yeah, you
I
rolled a
love it how
19.
everyone is just shooting bricks like everyone. Actually, like I'm this big birdie dude, but this person's
I'll
mom
cast-
scares the shit out of
I'll
me.
begin to approach and I'll cast Calm Emotions on myself, aiming for the frightened condition, hoping it does something as I start reciting, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow. Like whatever the equivalent to that would be for Bahamut.
The cat looks at Julian and is like, oh shit, he's doing it.
Yeah. So everybody, it is pure quiet. As you go to look, you get that same.
You just hear me chanting
Garver,
as I walk to my death.
You knew you're a small creature. A lot of things seem tall to you. You've never felt any more smaller than a rat. You're just like, this is probably what they felt like seeing me. So you continue to try to walk down, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Back to the rat in your armor. He's not even with
Sorry,
you now.
Garber.
He's in the
As-
living room with us.
He's like
Fair,
trying to
fair.
claw his way out of the back of the armor.
Fair,
Get me out.
fair.
spell slot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
It's only
Elise,
lasts a minute,
as
too.
you're a cat, you do see a mice just dart away as he was walking and like just book it.
I run after the mouse.
So as that's happening, Garbu,
Wait,
you
I
start
want to know more about the mouse.
you start yeah
I'm like, "Ah."
you start walking down the hallway, and every step you
Reciting scriptures and everything as I
you're
go.
you're going through your
It's
entire
basically a whisper. I'm like,
the room the room this hallway is just silent. There's no sound, pure darkness. And when you
it's
kind of
my footsteps.
like when you kind of look back, it almost looks like you took 2-3 steps, but it felt like you did like 10 minutes of walking. And you kind of look back, shake a little, and as you continue sighting going through, almost like right when your foot kind of gets close to the pure darkness, even you can't see beyond this. You
Can I-
just see.
Can I
Go ahead.
can I see him still? Like,
See
can we see him?
see who?
I'm sorry, you're looking out.
So we
Darkness.
can't see him?
No, I walked in the darkness.
Oh no!
He's dead.
Garvin,
He's dead.
as you're there, like right before you get to the this more darker part of the hallway, you just see this massive like claw's foot emerge from the shadows, and it just like as it lands, it just like shakes you. Another one comes out, and just out you see like a shadowed version of the most scariest draconic thing you can see in terms of a dragon, as it just stares you down with just this abyss-like eyes as it just roars in this hallway. Everybody can make a wisdom save.
As long as I'm still concentrating, I shouldn't be able to be frightened.
That lasts a minute, though.
Well, it ran
yes.
out. It
He
ran
said it
out.
just felt like it had been 10 minutes.
That
He
was
didn't
rough,
say it was
man.
10 minutes.
That was pretty
Yeah.
close to. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
He's like, it's been so long.
It's been so long.
Okay.
Since.
Let me click on this. Oh, thank you. I needed this.
I'm not. It's not that I'm not scared. It's just.
No, I'm not scared. You're scared.
It's just. You're scared. Yeah, I'm not scared. Your knees are
Yeah,
shaking too.
I just imagine Nikolai just hiding with like a blanket over his head in the corner. I can't hear it. If I can't hear it, it can't hurt me.
Yeah, if I can't see it, it can't see me. If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Okay. So Garver,
what?
what are you doing as this thing just stares you down? Yeah, Prime. Nicole, you go froze solid. You think wherever you're hiding, yeah, if I can't say they can't see me, at least you hear the sound of death.
I run around with the mouse in my mouth like a radio, like ah.
I'm
Our
gonna try to hide.
Mr. and Mrs. Elise's mom and dad okay if she leaves? I just asked this giant dragon in front of me.
You just see as the head kind of gets a little bit like down to your level, and it opens its mouth, and you just see something starting to form, and it
Oh, he
looks
did.
it looks like a huge negative wave is about to come if you continue to stay there.
I take a step back. I
Can I
take
try to
that
be
as a
scary
yes.
from far away?
Do what?
Can I try to be scary from far away? Re-intimidate him?
I take a step back and I just say, I'll take that as a yes, and look if it reacts at all.
The
Just
thing,
continues building up.
it's building up more and more. Your instincts is
Yeah,
going
fucking
off
use hyper
that
beam.
if you stay here, you die.
That's a yes, and I'll just turn around and just like not run, but quickly walk back like I'm clenching my butt
Dude.
cheeks.
Oh my
You know the walk I'm talking about.
He's got
Yeah, it's like
the hands like right in front of us.
Yep.
What? Just out of curiosity, because if it's not what I'm thinking of, then I won't do it. What would make you move faster?
Arts.
Like, you mean just like what would be something that I'd be scared of enough to run away?
Like,
Uh,
do you think you would start running if it fired?
If the like energy was chasing me on my way out, yeah.
Okay, because that's what I was hoping.
Okay.
So as you kind of like start quickly watching, like clenched a little bit, and you kind of just peek back, and it's like it locks eyes with you, and it's almost like that was what it needed. As it just starts unleashing this into the ground, you can feel, all of you can feel like this whole shake as it slowly lifts its head. You see the beam coming to you, just pure dark negative energy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come running out, and as I do, I'm just like, they said we can go, and that Julie should stay and explain everything once they're done, and I'm just running for the door.
as
I
as
just break out of the hallway, and that's what I say as I'm running. For
as
the
you
door.
do that, Julie's like, "What do you mean me? Oh my!" Just this massive beam just hits the wall. Just everybody is like thrusted back. Just this dark wave of like energy hitting this certain area.
Do I
And-
take 1 point of damage
No.
from the hit? God damn it.
You know what? Yeah, why not? Everybody takes 1 point of damage.
Hey, I'm not no longer a cat.
But do you all scurry out? What do you all do as Garbu goes and like trying to open the door
I'm out.
and
X just kind of climbed through that window.
the door isn't opening?
It's like I'm like, only I can. Yes, you're staying here. Don't be a bitch. That's making me a cat.
We get there. Are
I
we
cast
all like stuck by the
Spell
door
magic
now?
on the door.
No,
I
don't do
know
that,
it probably
idiot.
won't work.
I'll open the door, you idiot.
Listen, no, I'm trying to get out, and you ain't doing things fast enough.
You
I'm
all start
coming.
to hear like this massive foot stomping coming down the hallway as it gets
Okay, let's
louder
check it
and
out,
louder.
Julie.
I cast a spell.
Second out, Julie. Come.
So everybody runs out. Do you really cast dispel magic on the door?
If she isn't reacting as fast as
I'm
I'm trying to
coming.
get out.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
say
if she
you can
comes, then
you
no,
can
but-
you can get that back.
I-
She was coming. But all of you kind of like get out of the door, and as like the door shuts, you hear this massive slam against it.
Oh god.
What the fuck is wrong with your mother?
Is
I
she
mean,
a
I told
dragon?
you.
Is your mom a dragon? Your mom's a
No.
dragon.
Maybe
Plans
she is.
would
Who
be
knows?
very turned on right now.
No,
I just
that's
want to be clear.
that's one of her greater summon things that she can do.
She's scary as fuck. Like, do you see now where I went through all the like where I like told you that she's the worst. Like
I'm
if you.
so glad
anger man-
Julie's staying behind to explain things once we're gone. Though.
I mean,
You're a
if you
true
left her,
hero.
that thing would have fucked her up.
I will stay
I
right
probably wouldn't have
here.
killed her.
I'm going to pick some flowers, and then I will think about going back inside.
Yeah, that sounds
You
like
look-
a good
you
idea.
You might
guys-
want to reconsider your whole life in the process.
I do that on a daily basis. Thank you.
Well, at least you have the rope still, right?
Yes.
Oh,
And
damn.
kind of like eyes go wide as she kind of looks. Yes. Yes, I do. You guys need to go. Bye. Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
have fun with that.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, I was just like, I look at X and I'm just like, see,
like X, like X once again is like just kind
trying
of
to
like
be calm, but you
trying to be calm. His back is against the rock and stuff. But as you guys kind of go just a little bit of a way to get the eagles and stuff, which you guys realize you're not in. What was it, Raven Valley? You're not in Raven Valley. You're in just somewhere in the mountains. Their home moved to the mountains.
Uh-oh. I didn't know my mom was
Which
that angry.
mountain?
Like,
Same mountain?
It's the same
And-
mountain where you
But
guys
your
are
mom
at.
is the home?
It moved upwards.
No, they can do stuff like this.
She teleported the whole house?
Uh,
Garbu,
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I did what I had to do. I don't regret it. I would do
Neither
it
do
again.
I. I think it's kind of fun.
But as you guys kind of like walk away, just a little bit to some of the eagles and fly, none of you would see this. X waited until all of you walked by and stuff like that. You
The
have
eggshells.
you have the boulder that he was leaning on, and there is a solid print of him on the boulder.
Sweated through.
And he's just kind of walks a little bit, and he's kind of clenched a little bit. He's just like,
I just look over at X and nod.
he doesn't say a single thing. But nevertheless,
See, the understand now why also part of me is the fear, like the fear of my mother drives me to do things. I think we're all very familiar, like very acquainted to my mother's fury right now.
How do we get
I'd
as
rather-
far away from here as we can in a quick way?
Eagles. We can just fly across. We need to get
yeah,
the Ares Gate.
let's do it.
Let's leave this place. Yeah.
okay.
Can we
So-
fly
I
straight
just-
there?
Yeah, we can.
Like in one
So-
flight, or do we need to break it up?
I think we need to break it up, right?
You will, if you, yeah, because it's only a few hours, and you guys travel a pretty big distance. I think I said
30
it was.
minutes at a time, 30 miles at a time, right?
I think I said it
No,
was
more.
Yeah,
for.
45 now.
45.
Yeah. No, not 45. It's almost
Well, 'cause
close
we're gonna have
to.
to land at the end.
It's almost to 60, close to 60.
Oh,
That's
okay.
eagle, because the eagles can travel really fast in 1 hour.
so it's 3 hours essentially. Well, less, no, 2 hours and
Well,
a bit.
because we have to land in between as well. We may have to like
Well,
Yeah,
plan
no, that's
that
fine.
out.
so you guys make it there though.
Yeah. Learn some spells, lad.
Something like that.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So, you guys been to Ares Gate, right?
No.
No.
Have I?
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Little warning. They, if you have an issue with somebody, you beat the shit out of them to solve that issue.
Oh, that's fine then.
Sounds fair.
We're pretty good. Like,
We have-
are you
we
allowed
have,
to use
like-
magic?
More like fist fighting.
Oh, looks at X. Well, we have the champion of fist fighting right here.
Can I use
X,
my
do
claws?
you have a problem with any of us?
No, I was just telling you that a lot of times when people get into, like, if you bump into their shoulders and they start yelling at you, you're like, "Do you have a problem with me? Do you got a problem with me?" It usually solves it.
Well, this is New York.
He's nodding.
It's
Us.
New
I
York
don't
and
think I'm gonna bump
it's
into
New
anyone's
York and
shoulders.
Texas combined.
Oh, but so if we're in good graces with somebody, take us
Jesus
out to
Christ.
barbecue.
So it's just Austin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, to go ahead and give you guys this, the city of Ares Gate was built between the two mountain ranges that's known as the Haunted Peaks. The mountains brought goods ranging from stone and gems to hides and monster materials that lurk in the mountains. The city walls do not showcase what other fortified walls appear to be. Almost just metal on top of each other, leaving small gaps in a couple of places that can easily be spotted. Even small entryways are not used by any creatures, as the citizens and guild warriors pose too much of a danger. There is no much vegetarian or agriculture in this area, which they depend on incoming products while sending out their resources. As you guys will soon come to understand, the city itself is split up with multiple tribes who follow a code of strength. And as you were warned, strength is needed to survive here, as multiple hunts happen to get the valuable skins from the creatures that live in the Haunted Peaks, let alone the people who walk the very streets.
Yeah, I learned pretty quickly not to set up a jewelry shop here.
You guys will run into bugbears, dragonborns, dwarfs, Goliaths, leonins, minotaurs, orcs, and goblins. So,
Nikolai, maybe you should look a bit more intimidating.
Mm. I'll turn into my half-orc form.
Maybe a little more broad-shouldered.
Listen, takes characteristics from it. Fine, a bit of a more broaded shoulder look to it.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
bro
really?
hands, don't worry.
You
Don't
caved
worry,
that
bro
easy?
hands. Listen,
I feel like that
I
was
do
really
not,
quick.
I do not. Aries Gate and her mother right now have
You know, I
me
kind
on
of have a problem with you.
flight or fight.
No, let's go get this bow then. It's supposed to be on the statue.
so
Oh, we're stealing shit.
as
Cool.
you guys kind of walk around a little bit, you see all these creatures, but you also start to see on the outside a lot of tents. You already can understand a lot of these people are refugees from some of the cities that must have came through the portals. You guys kind of travel through this refugee camp before you get to the actual city itself. But you guys are on the look for statues. You can make a perception or investigation check.
I know which one I choose.
Same.
Same.
Oh God.
Oh no, Pry.
Wait, where are we at? Outside?
Yeah.
Guidance.
Fuck.
At least I'm not the only one that sucked this time.
I love it how
2,
everyone
5, 4,
everyone
4.
rolled 5 or lower.
Yep, sounds about right.
Still 16 though.
15 for
We
me.
don't know
You
shit.
guys kind of looking. There's, like interesting things here. This place is not pretty. Unlike a lot of the other places you've seen, this place is not pretty. It is. There's the road itself is just dirt. The paths, the streets are just dirt. Nobody built like anything. Now, some of the buildings, metal, some stone, but some of them you question, how do they stand? But you guys are on a mission, and it seems like this new environment that's unlike any of the other environments, getting distracted, and it's hard. You do come across a statue, but it's missing arms, a head, and that's like looks like it maybe was wearing like chiseled in armor that's been cracked in multiple places.
Does it seem like it was looters kind of thing, or is it more of like just natural erosion?
Natural, but not in the sense of erosion.
Nick, you seem familiar with this city. Would it be weird for like an eagle to fly around with a kobold on its back who has
Yeah, for
locate
sure.
object
Yes.
up? Okay. Like, would we get in
Hell,
trouble for that, or would people just like look?
they probably shoot the eagle down, assuming they could skin it.
Oh.
Broham. They
guess we
probably
just
shoot
keep
the.
on-
Yeah, the
We should just keep on looking.
And I will be friendly. You wouldn't be able to really locate object this.
What?
Muted.
You're too far away from your microphone.
I said you guys wouldn't really be able to locate object this.
Even if I'm somewhat familiar with what the
Is
middle
it in
section
the
of the
city?
bow looked like.
Yes
Said
and
it
yes.
was told us in the city.
Why
Yeah,
did I
we
even
just- I think we just have
prepare
to-
this spell? It doesn't do anything.
I think we just have to keep on looking.
You guys know anybody that lives here, or
No.
could probably? Oh shit, that's.
Is there a dragon here?
No. Maybe. Yes.
Can I have a moment?
Wait, it's
real
the other
quick?
one that didn't have a dragon. This one has
Yeah,
a
I
dragon.
do need. I need to talk to the dragon here, but if we have a minute, could I do something?
Yeah, you can do it. Take a minute all you want, as long as it
Okay.
doesn't mean mug you.
I'll cast
but then-
augury, and my question will be: Is the statue that has the bow visible from street level in the city? And I'll do the hammer toss and see which way it lands.
As you toss the hammer, as it lands, it lands pretty close to somebody's like, hey, you better watch what you're throwing things unless you want to have a challenge. And the challenge will be to
don't
how
mind
far
it,
I can throw
Broham.
you.
Oh, don't mind him,
I'd
bro.
like that. How far can you throw me?
This
talk it out,
bugbear,
he
as he
wants a
kind of like
picture.
walks over and he picks you up, and you never felt so easily picked up in your life. And he's,
I let it happen.
you want to find out?
Yeah, it seems fun to me.
And just chucks you.
I'm gonna try getting bits. Marvin, when he says
You
he wants to
questioned the
throw
wrong
you.
dumb kobold. No, he threw me.
Oh,
Are
he
there any,
threw
like-
He
you.
already threw me.
Are there any like vendors or food stalls?
Yes.
I'm gonna run over and
Questionable, but
grab-
yes.
Oh, I'm grabbing something and I'm just gonna watch.
Okay, as you quickly kind of go over and like, just like a toss of corn without saying something, you just kind of grab something off the thing. Nothing was said. You pay them. They didn't care, and you quickly turn around just to see as this bugbear, not even a wind up, just a toss. Garbu
While I'm up in the
flies.
air, can I try looking around again for any signs of the statue?
If I can't fly, I'll make people fly me.
Yes,
Yes.
as your hammer lands, you don't even get to see the answer as you're tossed before.
I pick
But
up the hammer.
Fine with that.
Go ahead and
Thank
make
you.
a perception check.
Thanks.
I
And-
love this commitment.
And Garbu flies, my
19.
guys. He flies.
Unless I have advantage for being elevated.
No.
Okay.
He as he's tossed, this bugbear kind of chuckles. Fucking show that little twerp, and just
I only weigh like 100 pounds. I thought I'd be able to be thrown pretty far.
he just starts
It's
walking
just
away.
that the armor weighs more than me.
This guy rolled a natural 20.
Fine with that.
And so Garbu is
Does
flown
that
like
help? Does Garvey get advantage for being not 20?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I said.
no.
I
That's
should
just
have
for me.
advantage for how high up I am.
So with what, 19?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would say as you're being tossed, it's not a little
Unless
bit
it
back.
can go any higher.
It's a little bit back, kind of like in the direction where you came, but just at a like slightly different angled. But you swear you think you saw some that at least a statue that's not completely broken before you slam
I'll
into
just be
a
like
building.
pointing that way as I'm falling.
You keep falling, then you just slam into a building.
How many points to damage?
I'm gonna
Does it-
say, oh shit. For the height of the throw and the impact, just a solid 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Still good.
What did the hammer land
Well-
on when I looked at it? Before I
Uh,
picked it up.
When you go
Like, I don't
in,
know what it means. I don't know what it means, but I look at it when it lands, and I'm just like,
Like-
what did the result?
it's like as it was landing, he got tossed, and the guy kind of like slightly knocked it over. So you'll never know.
Okay.
You just
Pick up the hammer.
you just picked it up as it's on its side, and you just, I don't know if this
Yeah.
means
Garber will
anything.
waddle back over the party, rubbing his shoulder. Looks like my plan worked.
What, getting tossed
Glenn,
big
get
and get hurt?
tossed in the air? I told you, they are very prone to violence.
Yeah, no, it was not a plan at all, but it did work.
I will keep that.
It was a negative. It was no plan.
I give you a hammer back. I don't know what, I just kind of fell over.
Garbu,
Yeah, it was that way.
you forgot which way.
Did at least see which way I was pointing. At least.
Wait, I'll roll with disadvantage.
You
Because you were.
I
picking up
would
the
say
hammer,
with
yeah.
disadvantage.
16. Another 5.
I guess you have
At least a general direction.
you have a general direction, but Garby, you
Yeah.
completely forgot where.
X, throw me back up in the air.
No, don't do that.
No, because then it might start another fight if you land on somebody.
X, throw me up in the air and then catch me if you can.
No. Let's
I-
go that direction.
It's
where I
like
sort of
that
saw
lawn
you.
darts game people used to play, except it's Garbu.
Garbu, I know
You're gonna
things
get
are
us
rough and
killed,
you're trying to feel
or your
better,
ass
but this is
kicked.
not the getting tossed and hurting yourself is not the way to deal with this.
But it
And
works.
if you land on somebody's hut, they might punch you.
Oh no.
Or worse.
Do you
Hurt
want
yourself.
him to throw you? You won't like it.
At least do you know which way it is?
Maybe it's as he's being thrown away. You.
Garbu, you
Try to
wasn't
throw me straight up in the air.
okay. He just chucks you straight up, and you go about 30, 40 feet in the air as he rolled really fucking high.
Do I see the statue this time?
No.
You know,
Because as you're going up, buildings, blocking views, you don't see it.
Now you gotta come down.
Even though I'm 40 feet in the air.
As you start to come back down.
Okay. It's not the first time I've fallen.
let's probably think this through and not
Do
throw people.
you just land? Is somebody doing something? X is not catching him. He threw him.
I
I'm
can't
not
do
catching
anything.
him.
I'm
He
in
had
the
the
air.
armor.
He threw him
What am I supposed to do?
and then took a couple of steps back.
Oh, shit,
Actually,
we're
you know
playing-
what?
we're
I'll-
playing
I'll
You know what?
work it
He's
out.
going to try.
Garble roulette.
He's going to have to try. He's going to have to try to see if he could catch you in athletics terms, and he's not catching you. He's going to just try to grab you right before you hit the ground.
Sounds good.
Oh,
to me.
I'm looking for like a bird of some kind.
I don't want to see.
I'm just.
No, you didn't get him. He missed.
Garber, just roll a d20, and I'm going to use this to determine how fast you're probably falling down. Versus his
How
roll.
many miles?
Okay. So as you just start falling back down and stuff like this, and you're looking, you're like, oh shoot. Realize that when he chucked you, you kind of have a little spin. So like, you got to see kind of like a little bit of the area, but you didn't see where the statue that you assume from where you was being told. But he does kind of just quickly grab you by part of the armor before you just slam into the ground and just catches you strong arm. And he's, be glad that I need you alive, or I would have watched you fall.
Thank
Let's
you.
not throw ourselves into the air and let's
Oh.
actually look for this.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'll
looking for-
try to
I'm looking for-
subtly cast locate object on that statue. As subtly as I can do a spell that's verbal, somatic, and material.
Okay.
How are you gonna cast it when I still have your hammer?
Do I have the actual materials that are needed? A forked twig. Are there any twigs on the ground?
Surprisingly, no.
As I don't see my hammer, I'll just be like, "Hey, did anyone happen to see my hammer?"
Like
I
at
think
least
the
just
guy
looking
picked
for a
it
bird.
up.
Prime's just
I
eating
kinda
more,
need
it's
that.
like,
Well, that guy picked up and walked away after you threw it at him.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't believe you. And
Why
when he's
would I lie?
smiling,
You see Elise walking around looking for a bird with a hammer in her hand.
at least he's smiling while walking around.
Elise,
maybe
you
it's a
do
nice
not
day out.
see a bird. There is no critters around.
Ah, well, fuck it, I'll
Fine.
be one.
hold
I'll
on,
be one
I'll
then.
help. I didn't want to, but I'll do it.
But we're here to get you the fucking stupid thing.
Animal messenger.
But
Now
you need to
some
find a
little
sea
rodent or
creature.
something's gonna come hang out with us. So there you go.
You need to find one first.
You don't see
I d-
one.
It doesn't summon one.
No,
No, you need to see
You-
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
thought it did.
no.
But it's-
You can. I'll allow you to take it back
the
if you
hammer?
want.
Okay.
But yeah,
Has
no, it
anyone
doesn't
seen
summon.
my hammer?
Lisa's like, look, as she comes back from birth. Oh, here it is.
Thank you.
I'll try to pretend I'm not casting locate object, and I'll try to locate object on that statue I saw.
Easy enough. You kind of get like a ping.
And then I'll be like, "Well, I was in there. I saw it in that direction."
It was like I was probably pointing in the other direction. I was like, oh.
So, you guys following Garvu over to the statue, and you can see there is a statue where it kind of has like a half of a head. Its arm, one arm is like stretched out, holding what looks to be like a bow, and the other arm, like part of it looks like it's sticking out the other way, but it's like the rest of it's removed. Not like it's decorated that way, like it it broke off at some point.
I look at the bow. Does it share similarities with the thing we found?
The casting,
It looks like a
which I can
regular
pull
bow.
out from the bag of holding.
Like there's no design to. The only designs like on these statues is like if it was supposed to wear armor, they have like the symbol of kind of like wearing armor, but there's no details in these statues.
I see if I
Like
can
they
try
don't
and
have
pry the
elven
bow out.
ears or anything.
I mean, it could be that this bow is supposed to be like there's a reason why. Okay, so workshop this with me. So, if a bow of that magnitude was on a statue in a city, it probably wouldn't look like you think it would.
Yep.
Otherwise, people would have taken it already.
DM someone, can I see if I can pry the bow out of the grip of that stone thing?
You go up and touch it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You kind of climb a little bit, and as you like touch the bow,
You die instantly. No save.
have you heard of
Instant death.
the spell called
Disintegrate.
power word kill? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna
There you
put
go,
this,
the-
and it's probably gonna be loud. Yeah, there you go.
Disintegrate.
Like a
So-
goblin shows up and does finger of death on you.
Nick,
Yes.
you just like with a flash, you alone stand in what looks like a coliseum. There is
Yeah, fuck.
two statues on the other sides, kind of like, think if you're south, there was one at the east and west, and then another one at the north. I need to pull up your sheet. I need to see your sheet. Okay. What do you consider yourself in terms of an alignment, if you will?
Are we bad?
Not good. I'll say that. Probably more
is
towards the
hypocrite an
neutral or
alignment?
evil.
Do what?
Probably more neutral or evil, if you want to go with
Chaotic
that.
neutral, something like that.
Well, there's
Yeah, probably.
I believe, How does it
Neutral
look?
evil.
I think it's either good, neutral, or evil, followed by lawful, unlawful, or chaotic.
Unlawful. Neutral, I'd say.
Okay. As you kind of stand there, it's like this persona of you kind of comes off, and it's just, you seem unworthy for the bow.
Oh, I was just grabbing it for them because they were talking too much.
And unworthy you are.
We have someone ready. Prime is ready.
X.
What do you do?
Plus, I don't really care. Listen, I don't really care about your bow. I wasn't even gonna keep it. I was just gonna give it to one of the primer, whoever.
What
You-
do you
you-
know my
You don't get a response. You kind of like look a little bit, and there's a line about, well, we'll say 5-7 feet in front of you that's like drawn in the dirt. This line is in front of you, like going towards the center. But again, you're more closer to this like southern part of this Coliseum.
Listen, just send me back. I'm not a part of commitments when it comes to deities, demons, or whatever.
Nothing is said.
Okay, screw
I
this.
think you can just. I think you can just leave if you want to. You just have
I'm
to
just
turn
gonna-
the other way.
I'll just turn the other way then.
As you look, there's no exit.
Oh shit. Fine, I guess I'll cross the line.
Are you gonna die?
As you cross the line,
Hopefully.
just go ahead and roll an initiative. I just want to see.
Oh jeez. Jeez Louise.
Dun dun.
This is where Nikolai died.
Dun dun
Hopefully.
dun 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 dun.
15. This is.
Sir, you've already had a full 4 ounces.
You know what's gonna happen now? Nikolai is gonna die, and we're gonna go back to get 8. Like 8, hey, I know you like hang out with your brother and shit, but we kind of need you to join the crew again.
Okay. Nikolai, as you take a step forward, do you do anything as you pass the line?
I guess I'll check out my bow, and just be like, look, I already have a bow. I don't need this bow.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. As in a very rapid succession, you just see arrows everywhere coming towards you. As you just
Oh
get
shit.
pelted left and right, left and right, left and right. And you kind of like wake back up. Let's do that. As you wake up on the ground, to you guys, Nicole looked like he was starting to climb this statue for whatever reason and then fell on the ground.
Mm.
Nicole, Nick, your mind is hazy from what just happened, but you know you was reaching a bow, but when you look back, there's nothing there. Part of the arm that was holding the bow, it's like that arm is just missing.
Why did you? It moved statues, didn't it?
Mm.
What happened?
I was in a. Do I remember where I was?
Kinda looked like a coliseum.
It was like, I don't know, some coliseum or something.
I look at X.
Like the
Well,
one
did
in
you- did you-
Raqqa?
I don't know.
X just
it's
kind of
just
sits there and just shrugs his
two
shoulders.
statues and
I was like,
And
did you have to
then-
do something to? Did you have to do something to get?
uh.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Then I was told I wasn't really exactly a good person for the bow. Look, that was rude, but true.
Did they say you weren't a good person for the bow, or that you weren't a good person?
Good person for the bow. And well, I tried to explain that I wasn't even gonna take the bow. I have my bow, so why would I want that bow? And then I got pelted with arrows.
well,
Cool.
fuck me. Guess we have to go look for the bow and have fucking prime touch it this time then.
So I guess not just anyone can touch that bow, I guess.
So, what do you guys do?
Can we go back to that first statue, see if it changed? Just for checking's sake, so we don't fucking run around bumbling like idiots when we could have just checked the first fucking statue.
Can we pay somebody to give us a tour of the city, specifically
that's
for all
fine.
the statues in the city? I feel like that might also work. Like, some local has to have at least seen most of the statues in the city, if not all.
I mean,
Yeah,
Let's,
if
let's
you
just
look-
let's quickly check our base and like check that
Yeah.
first statue, see if they both showed up there.
I was
You,
just saying if it's
Yeah.
not there, or we can just throw me again.
you
Mm.
guys,
absolutely not. I don't want to get into a fist fight with somebody because you landed on their toes.
you guys go back to the first statue that you
probably
guys
land
ran
on their
into, and that one doesn't appear to have changed in the slightest.
Okay, good. Good. Just checking bases. Oh man.
Who's a good talker?
I mean, we could just literally go around town and look. I don't know. It's like, how big is the city?
Decent size, right? I mean, I could bullshit people if that's what you want me to do. Ooh.
I've still not seen any like little bird flying around. Just for reference sake.
A little bird?
Yeah, any critter
Could you
kind
just
of thing.
summon like
No.
8 little birds?
Yeah, I'm
There's-
just wondering
there's-
I'm wondering if get a
there's
shot on
no creatures. Like,
I at least like I'm debating if everything just gets shot on sight. So if I turn into something,
I
a
would
little
say-
bird
What
would
if you
kill
turn
me.
into like a mosquito?
I would say Prime could have probably easily suggested not to, as one of the vineyards that she went to grab her food from, there was like a little critter on a stick.
Pigeons on a stick. Yeah.
perfectly fine with
No rat mafia here.
The squirrels got him. The squirrels and the rats took each other out.
I'm a cat. That's
The
fine
vendors
with-
took them out.
I said the squirrels and the rats.
I know, but the vendors took them all out.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
I mean, let's just keep fucking looking for statues. I don't know what to say.
Would it be helpful to get a bird's eye view?
Probably.
Maybe not throwing somebody up in the air.
I mean, you can just climb the roofs now.
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
I can't.
I looked at. I don't look at you.
But we're not outside, are we? We're in a city. We're not in the wilderness.
Doesn't stop fucking Dutch cat claws from climbing.
Well, I mean, some of
Well-
these structures are being held up by prayers, and
Yeah, well, if something
Nick-
breaks, then that's unlucky.
Will I get in trouble for running around on the rooftops like a crazy person?
Most
Yes.
definitely.
probably.
Well, then I'm not going to do that.
What if Prime's not worthy?
Let's just fucking look. God damn it! Let's just go look for fucking stupid statues.
Let's go look for the stupid statues.
We're looking for stupid statues. We're gonna
Yeah.
just make our way to town, looking for stupid statues.
Yeah,
With
we're
a
going to try
bow.
to find these stupid statues.
Okay. Go ahead and make perception check for me.
I do like the fact that I was right and that the bow would probably look normal.
Guidance.
Oh,
Yeah, but the guidance to myself as well because
we're
why not?
outside again, right? Technically.
Yeah.
Well,
22.
Okay.
I'm going to meme it into existence.
I love it. I love it how I have a 9 as well. Like I can't roll decent for the life of me.
So, as you guys are walking around, trying to just find, there's some statues kind of come across busted. Nothing seems to work for you guys. Prime, as you guys kind of come to a little bit of an intersection, you look down, there seems to be a statue at least a little bit more intact, and you kind of like, maybe that way. Elise, as you're walking and you kind of look the other way while you're checking out statues, you see two very familiar white-haired humanoid-looking figures as they're walking in the opposite direction.
Is it the guys?
Two white-haired? Who are white-haired? Memory serves me poorly today.
Is it those guys from
What is the Eldorado guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. From this distance,
Eldorado.
there's too many people.
From Zlissy.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, were they blonde hair? Were they white-haired? I can't
I don't
remember.
remember.
Too
Garbo.
many people.
I just fucking
Prime, you're
pointed in
looking in the
direction of-
other way.
I'm pointing at one of them and be like,
She wasn't there. I just
Yeah.
wanna know.
hey, I'll be like, hey, are you the guys who were like wanted us to go on some weird adventure and slissy thingy?
What do you say?
That's what I said. Literally those words.
But what
Like,
do you?
are you the people who like wanted us to go on some weird adventure and slissy or not?
What do you say?
Me.
Oh. Hey, are you guys here? No way.
What is the 8th?
It is Aeth and his brother William.
Of course.
Oh.
What the
Oh,
crap,
those-
dude?
I'd be like, why the fuck are you here, loser?
I'll run over and hug him once I realize who
I'm
it
just
is.
following. I'm just like also looking at watching what Prime is doing.
I'm
You
gonna
You just
keep-
hear ching
I'm
ching
gonna
ching
keep
ching and then
looking for
get
the
tackled
freaking
by a
statue.
kobold.
you lost track of Prime as you went to the opposite direction. Prime, you went towards the.
I mean, I'm not
statue.
running. I'm just standing in the middle. I just stood still.
Well, I mean, even if you yelled, they wouldn't have been able to hear you.
I don't have yell. I have my fucking earrings of message.
That's what, 30 feet away?
120.
Okay. I'll let that slide. But yes, the message.
Yeah.
Oh.
You do see
I get a
no
message
problem
back.
going in one direction.
I'll be like, okay, Garby's going that direction. You can go. We'll figure it out. I'm just gonna go follow Prime.
X just kind of looks both ways and just
Follows Garbu.
follows Garber.
Yeah.
Are we ending at 1, by the way? Probably
I
not
think this would be a good spot as,
We split the party.
yeah, you guys split as Prime and Elise go towards a statue.
Which way does
hoping-
Nick go?
I'm going with Elise and Prime.
Okay. So
Dave's coming with us?
we'll find out next time.
Okay.
So thank you everybody for coming out and joining us. Very interesting conversations. And hey, look, I run in with a former member. So we'll see what happens next time. Other than that, thank you for coming out and joining us. As always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye!